grateful, you need haters. What is you complaining about? What do you think a hater's job is? To hate, so let them do their goddamn job. What the is you complaining about?
16 killer track with the mix.
Yeah, they can hate on me. Got a reason why I always keep the flame on me. And I'ma do it till I'm done, ain't no brakes on me. Break me down, hell no, that's what you ain't gon' see. Blue devil on my shoulder, he just spitting the facts. So be careful how you moving, ain't no running it back. Southside, hate the world where the real ones at. Them 200 boys reppin', logging in from the trap. Better log in, homie. Better log in, homie. Log in, homie. Better log in, log in.
Gotta be grateful, you need haters. What is you complaining about? What do you think a hater's job is? To hate, so let them do their goddamn job. What the is you complaining about?
16 killer track with the mix.
Yeah, they can hate on me. Got a reason why I always keep the flame on me. And I'ma do it till I'm done, ain't no brakes on me. Break me down, hell no, that's what you ain't gon' see. Blue devil on my shoulder, he just spitting the facts. So be careful how you moving, ain't no running it back. Southside, hate the world where the real ones at. Them 200 boys reppin', logging in from the trap. Better log in, homie. Better log in, homie. Log in, homie. Better log in, log in.
Gotta be grateful, you need haters. What is you complaining about? What do you think a hater's job is? To hate, so let them do their goddamn job. What the is you complaining about?
16 killer track with the mix.
Yeah, they can hate on me. Got a reason why I always keep the flame on me. And I'ma do it till I'm done, ain't no brakes on me. Break me down, hell no, that's what you ain't gon' see. Blue devil on my shoulder, he just spitting the facts. So be careful how you moving, ain't no running it back. Southside, hate the world where the real ones at. Them 200 boys reppin', logging in from the trap. Better log in, homie. Better log in, homie. Log in, homie. Better log in, log in.
Gotta be grateful, you need haters. What is you complaining about? What do you think a hater's job is? To hate, so let them do their goddamn job. What the is you complaining about?
F16 killer track with the mix.
Yeah, they can hate on me. Got a reason why I always keep the flame on me. And I'ma do it till I'm done, ain't no brakes on me. Break me down, hell no, that's what you ain't gon' see. Blue devil on my shoulder, he just spitting the facts. So be careful how you moving, ain't no running it back. Southside, hate the world where the real ones at. Them 200 boys reppin', logging in from the trap. Better log in, homie. Better log in, homie. Log in, homie. Better log in, log in.
Gotta be grateful, you need haters. What is you complaining about? What do you think a hater's job is? To hate, so let them do their goddamn job. What the is you complaining about?
F16 killer track with the mix.
Yeah, they can hate on me. Got a reason why I always keep the flame on me. And I'ma do it till I'm done, ain't no brakes on me. Break me down, hell no, that's what you ain't gon' see. Blue devil on my shoulder, he just spitting the facts. So be careful how you moving, ain't no running it back. Southside, hate the world where the real ones at. Them 200 boys reppin', logging in from the trap. Better log in, homie. Better log in, homie. Log in, homie. Better log in, log in.
grateful you need haters. What is you complaining about? What do you think a hater's job is? To hate, so let them do their goddamn job. What the is you complaining about?
F-16 killer track with the mix.
Yeah, they can hate on me. Got a reason why I always keep the flame on me. And I'ma do it till I'm done, ain't no brakes on me. Break me down, hell no, that's what you ain't gon' see. Blue devil on my shoulder, he just spitting the facts. So be careful how you moving, ain't no running it back. Southside, hate the world where the real ones at. Them 200 boys reppin', logging in from the track. Better log in, homie. Better log in, homie. Log in, homie. Better log in, log in.
Gotta be grateful you need haters. What is you complaining about? What do you think a hater's job is? To hate, so let them do their goddamn job. What the is you complaining about?
F-16 killer track with the mix.
Yeah, they can hate on me. Got a reason why I always keep the flame on me. And I'ma do it till I'm done, ain't no brakes on me. Break me down, hell no, that's what you ain't gon' see. Blue devil on my shoulder, he just spitting the facts. So be careful how you moving, ain't no running it back. Southside, hate the world where the real ones at. Them 200 boys reppin', logging in from the track. Better log in, homie. Better log in, homie. Log in, homie. Better log in, log in.
Gotta be grateful you need haters. What is you complaining about? What do you think a hater's job is? To hate, so let them do their goddamn job. What the is you complaining about?
F-16 killer track with the mix.
Yeah, they can hate on me. Got a reason why I always keep the flame on me. And I'ma do it till I'm done, ain't no brakes on me. Break me down, hell no, that's what you ain't gon' see. Blue devil on my shoulder, he just spitting the facts. So be careful how you moving, ain't no running it back. Southside, hey, the world where the real ones at. Them 200 boys reppin', logging in from the trap. Better log in, homie. Better log in, homie. Log in, homie. Better log in, log in.
Gotta be grateful. You need haters. What is you complaining about? What do you think a hater's job is? To hate. So let them do their goddamn job. What the is you complaining about?
F16 killer track with the mix.
Yeah, they can hate on me. Got a reason why I always keep the flame on me. And I'ma do it till I'm done, ain't no brakes on me. Break me down, hell no, that's what you ain't gon' see. Blue devil on my shoulder, he just spitting the facts. So be careful how you moving, ain't no running it back. Southside, hey, the world where the real ones at. Them 200 boys reppin', logging in from the trap. Better log in, homie. Better log in, homie. Log in, homie. Better log in, log in.
All right. 200 Boys Podcast. We in the building. Salute to everybody that's here. Hit the like button real quick. Salute to all the squad members that are in the building. If you a new watcher, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the like button. And most importantly, make sure you guys hit the notification bell. Like the video on the way in. And if you happen to walk out, hit the like on the way out. Today we got the whole squad back. We got Droops back. We got Opina back. And we got Imahazerd in the building.
What's cracking? How we doing?
Opina, what up, fool?
Just chilling, man. Yeah, we got Hazard in the building. Is it Hazard or do you want to?
Yeah, it's just Hazard.
Hazard? Okay.
Imahazerd is just a social media tag. I think I came up with that shit when I came home. I was trying to think, like, what could I put? Because I think there was, like, a video gamer or some shit like that that had, like, every, like, Hazard TV, like, at the time. So I was trying to think.
That's
and
how
I
you
was
tag
like,
it?
Imahazerd. Let's do it like that. And
Cool.
then, so
That
yeah.
works.
Hell yeah, we got Droops in the building. What's up, big dog?
What's good? You're
Man,
ready?
long time no see. Shit.
For real, huh?
Been like a month. Feels like it.
The group.
No
Yeah,
lie.
I know. Since the group got together, yeah, it's been a good
Yeah.
moment. But you know, it's always good when we get together. You feel me? Do our
Facts.
shit.
First and foremost, how you feeling?
I'm good, bro.
I
I'm
know
good.
you was down and out for a while.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and
you know, you guys held it down, man. I was watching the interviews. They were entertaining as hell, bro.
the squad was rooting for you, dog.
Hell yeah.
Did you see that video of Ebony Mystique?
Yeah, I did, man. I did. I wanted man. It was like my last wish, just in case I went down.
Did you watch it, Bruce?
I got to see some of it.
I got the behind the scenes for you. Don't worry.
Oh yeah. Oh, hey, there you go, big dog.
I got the behind the scenes.
Taking care of a brother right there. I need that. Yeah.
You got like a personal video from Ebony Mystique.
Hell yeah.
That's
bunch.
hey, that's homie love right there. That's
Yeah.
what that is. That's
Yeah.
We listen, fool. We could have handled business, but G the barber messed it up, fool. Yeah, no.
Oh man, I hope they're on
Salute
time
G
out.
the
Though.
barber,
Salute
boy.
G the barber though.
G the
man.
barber, you know, it is what it is.
Well, it happens like that. Yeah, we gonna do a recap. I saw you had JoJo 2 Faded.
Yeah, JoJo 2 Faded was in the building.
Oh, no.
You guys weren't here, huh?
No.
No, I wasn't. Yeah, I watched it though. It was a great podcast. Yeah.
He's a good young homie, fool. He was hella cool, humble, respectful. He got a lot of talent, you know, and he's doing it.
Yeah, he's out of where? San Diego.
San Diego.
Eastside San Diego.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's out of San Diego.
yeah. Shout out JoJo 2 Faded. The homie Dodger fucks with him heavy. I'm actually supposed to run down to San Diego soon. I think we're supposed to do some music and shit. So yeah, shout out JoJo 2 Faded.
Yeah,
I've been seeing the shit popping up. The homie was like, "Hey, this is the homie I was telling you about. You down to do a record with him?" I went through his shit. I'm like, "Yeah, I fuck with it." So
Yeah, he got
shout
skill,
out,
bro.
yeah, shout out to the homie.
Yeah, he got skill. He got skill and he's cool, and he humble. You know.
Yeah, he's trying to move forward and do
That's
his
what's
shit,
up.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
what's
yeah.
up.
Want to get into some news? Big
Yeah,
guy?
let's go. What, you got some?
Yeah, just a little bit. We just stuff we talk about is going on. It says right here, Lakers to sell franchise, not to sell. They already sold it for $10 billion. The Buss family sold to Mark Walter of the Dodgers for $10 billion. The highest ever for a U.S. professional sports franchise. The Buss family will keep a minority share of the team, just over 15%. What do you think of that, bro?
I mean, that's a lot of cheddar. They cashed
10
out.
billion,
They-
10 billion.
Their daddy paid what, 67 for it? 64, 67 for it?
For the team.
So for the team back in it. So that's a
Not
flip.
billion.
No,
Mil-
67 million.
Million, yeah. So that's
67 million, and they got 10 B's off of that
and kept 15%.
of the team.
Yeah.
She's gonna be held on as the governor of the team, at least for the foreseeable future. I mean, that's cool.
Now let me ask you this, because I don't know much about. So if she got 15%, does that mean she's still collecting off of merch? 15% of everything they do. That's a good question.
That's a great question.
The bottom number.
I know that. So I know that TV rights pay for everything, right?
Right.
So like, they get a check at the beginning of the year. Every team gets a check, and that pays for, just with their TV deal, that pays for like their concession workers, every single player's, salary, all that shit off the TV rights check. Everything on top of that is like, if you have a big fan base, let me see, like the Raiders is one, obviously, right? You get the Raider image stores. Cowboys merchandise moves well, and the Lakers move well. The Yankees, right? So there's certain squads that do. I'm guessing that's probably like where their 15%
Incorporated.
will come from. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good question. I'm gonna have to look into that.
Probably come from the bottom line.
And then at a certain point, I think they're gonna have to complete the sale. I think this will probably what'll happen.
Yeah, for sure.
But 10 B's, and then that fool. I mean, he's been running the Dodgers. It's different because it's not a salary cap sport, but they've shown that they're willing to spend money.
Oh, the Dodgers, hell yeah.
So I mean, we'll see what the Lakers squad
But you know
looks
what
like.
though? We're at the end of an era. Kobe gone, LeBron gone,
Yeah,
the Buss family gone. It's over, dog.
some new shit coming.
I mean, the only thing guaranteed is change. So, fuck it.
Yeah,
But the Lakers always gonna be great.
yeah.
I
One
think
thing
that
about
it's
the
just a
Lakers is
brand,
that
bro, the brand.
they win championships. They go. Whoever comes in knows that that's what it is. Because if you don't, then the people start getting on you.
Yeah, but it was a family touch before, right? It
Yeah.
was a family thing.
Yeah.
Now, who knows? Now it might, things gonna be different, dog. It ain't gonna be the same.
It's still about money though. At the bottom line,
Yeah, it's a business.
Yeah,
But think
it's-
about how much the Buss family loved Kobe and their players, Magic
Yeah.
Johnson. They took them in like family, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the new people, they might just look at them like a number. That's why the Lakers were so successful, bro, because of the Buss family as well.
It's also they're playing in the winter, so they want to play where with their home. They would much rather live in fucking LA than, let's say, Cleveland.
True.
You know what I mean? Like, why would you want to live? You know what I'm saying? Most NBA players, at least the good ones, have summer homes out here. You know
It's
what I mean?
how
They
you
all
di-
want to live here.
It's how you dissect it too. Like I 100% agree with you, Blue, but I also 100% disagree because whoever you put in, like that dude from the Dodgers, he's not gonna go to the Lakers stadium and watch that team. He's gonna put some people in there, and then those people have to grow with the
Yeah.
players. It's like him saying, okay, you, Droops, and Opina now are gonna run the Lakers. We have to grow with that
Well,
squad.
I
you know
read
what I'm saying?
what's the girl's name?
Jeannie.
Jeannie
She's
Buss?
still gonna be doing her job.
Yeah,
She's
so-
not
so-
gonna-
Yeah, she's the governor of the
she's
Lakers
not-
for the
it's-
foreseeable
yeah,
future.
she's still gonna do
Yeah,
everything
yeah.
she's doing except for she don't own it.
Yeah, she implemented that in her contract. She's not dumb.
Well, I mean, but she's ran the
Yeah, I
she's
mean-
ran the business side very well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
She,
Yeah.
the branding of the Lakers, like the clothing, the shit that they do is fine.
So most likely, nothing will change except for just who's the owner on the paperwork.
Right,
I mean?
right, yeah. And then it's crazy too, because like the way the Buss family's always been to the Lakers, their star players like the Magic, Kareem's, they always get that love. Like when Kobe left, she Buss got him that ring. You seen that in the back?
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like right when he left, it was like a diamond. And I mean, they treat their people good in
Yeah,
LA.
that-
Yeah,
They
at the Lakers
do.
stadium.
The Lakers do Hollywood, I think,
Yeah,
better than any team in the league, as they should. It's the Los Angeles Lakers. Like any time that I've been to a Laker game or seen a Laker game where something unique was happening, the game after Kobe passed, right, when they brought Wiz Khalifa out and whatever, right, and they had the shirts on the chairs and the whole thing, right. I remember I went to a game. This is like 2013, when Dr. Buss passed. The next game after was a game against the Celtics. And so, like, they had Kobe gave a speech, like, before the game. The Lakers have just always done that shit well.
They
Yeah.
was because
You know what I'm saying? It's and if you ever, have you been to a game
Yeah, yeah,
in Staples, Crypto, whatever? Have you been in there? Okay. It's like when you go in, it's the fucking environment.
yeah. It's a to me, it's a home environment.
It's the lighting, the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like you go in, you're like, oh, it's almost like being in an old school movie theater. You know what I mean? And the lights come down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they start doing it. That shit's just dope. Like they do that, I think, better than any team. And I don't think that'll change because if the fans are used to like that kind of showmanship, it doesn't, no le cuesta nada. Like he's gonna be able to do that shit. He's got the bread for it.
yeah, of course.
You know, and there's no limit on what you can spend there. So I think shit like that might get better.
Well,
like
he was the
fan
innovator
experiences.
of the
Yeah.
Showtime. Dr. Buzz, he's the one that created the whole halftime
Floor
show.
seats, the
All that
halftime
shit.
shows, the Laker girls.
The girls, you know, the girls,
Yeah.
and then the fucking singers. He created that shit. All the other teams follow suit after him.
Yeah, all the floor seats was like
They got
a big one.
they got an up and coming team. It's like what do you call it? Like like an amateur team. They play in the same building. The Clippers. You ever heard of them?
Not no more, fool. They got their own shit now.
They got their own arena.
They got their own arena, bro. It's dope. It's
Oh,
like
man.
I think it's Inglewood.
it's amazing. That's in Inglewood. Yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
have you been to that
It's-
one?
I haven't been inside because
What's it called? I forgot.
why? But I mean, I haven't been inside because why would I?
I don't know.
But
I thought they were still playing in high school, man.
I didn't-
thought it was a high school.
They got a
team.
whole fucking.
no, you know what's funny is I
can't.
I can't stand the Clippers, and like
Kawhi.
my couple of my closest boys are Clipper fans.
Yeah.
So the shit talking that happens,
Yeah. Oh,
Intuit
yeah,
Dome.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
what it's called. The Intuit Dome.
the shit talking that goes back
Intuit.
and forth.
Yeah,
The
it's in Inglewood.
Intuit Dome.
Yeah, Intuit.
Yeah,
I
ain't
sound
know.
like a high school man.
INTUIT. No, it's a software program. Like QuickBooks.
Oh yeah.
It's made by Intuit.
Oh, okay.
So that's probably what it's from.
Yeah.
You know.
All right, let's get to the next.
But the
piece
moral of
of-
the story is fuck the Clippers. That's the point.
Yeah.
That's
Go
what it boils
Lakers.
down to. You know
Big
what I'm
facts.
saying? Go Lakers.
Hey, what do you think about all this stuff going on in Iran, bro? I wanted to ask you.
I ran to my phone because they said that there was bombs. Doggy, fuck.
No B words.
Oh really?
Yeah.
All right. So
Call them. What are we gonna call them?
We're
Fireballs.
Yeah, fireballs.
fireballs is wild.
Keep them in mind.
So yeah, I mean he was talking about, fireballs, I guess. And I was like dang, that's crazy. That's a sick vato right there. I mean, we were kind of chopping it up off camera, right? And we were saying how like me and Droops are like of the same mindset that like that fool tells you exactly what he gonna do, like exactly. And then people go like, no, he'll never do that. Like he can't do that. That fool, he's just talking, and then he does it, and then they find an excuse for why he did it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh well, because
he said he was gonna.
That
He's
fool's like
gonna
a
drop
habitual.
fireballs.
He's a habitual line stepper. No, he'll flagrantly go against whatever he says he's gonna do, right? And then, hold on, I'm faded. All right, so yeah, he's a habitual line stepper. Like he'll tell you, like I'm gonna do this, and you'll be like, yeah, he doesn't have the resources to pull that off. Kind of. So he'll start like with the whole recent. I don't know what words I can say. Well, with the recent political ramifications over like immigration and status and whatnot, and all the stuff that's been going on. The reason that it's so like kind of disjointed and unorganized is because he didn't really have the proper resources in place to do what he said he's supposedly trying to do, right? So it's like, yeah, just throw some fucking gator masks on, hop in your pickup trucks and head out and start snatching motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? Hit elementary school graduations, like why not, whatever. And so I think like he'll gracias, good looking out, doggy. He'll have like half-assed ideas. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then he'll be like, yeah, let's just do it. But he'll say exactly what he's gonna do. It's just there's no follow. Like there's not. There we go. There's not proper follow through, or he doesn't worry about what he fucks up. Yeah. You know what I mean? He'll make the mess and walk away from it.
I was looking at it too, and I feel like it's between us right here and our 500 chats
and the squad.
And whoever's in the chat.
So, anyways, what I was saying is I feel like sometimes a lot of the president, not just him, they come off as being like they bully, but bully in crowds that don't bully back. So like they're going in schools and snatching up people, but they're not going to go to the hood and snatch people up because people will fight back. They go to places where it's easier. And just like he's skadooshed with the fireballs, that's a place that's not going to fight back. He's not going to skadoosh a fireball in China. Skadoosh. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a bully, but a bully to not just him, but I mean a lot of the presidents are bullies to people that are easily bullied. He hasn't hit someone that's like, okay, we gonna punch back.
Because those are other countries just like us.
That's what I'm saying. That just makes it even like, I don't know, more chicken shit in a way.
So you saying he punches down?
Yeah, of course.
In the worst way
it's only
possible,
obvious.
Yeah.
He's going to schools, right? Let's look at it from the real.
Yeah.
He's going to schools, taking kids. He's taking poor women off the streets. He's not going to places where there's strong men, and they're gonna be like, nah, bro, you're not gonna come up in here.
Fight back,
yeah. Mm-hmm. And it's not just him. I'm not gonna out-single him because there's been other presidents who have deported. They go to those type of places, bro. They don't go to places where here's what
I would say, right? They call Obama the deporter in chief, and like mathematically speaking, it's not close. That being said, even in the Obama era, there was due process. They were deporting really they were deporting like homies like a month. Yeah. Anybody if you had any kind of felony and you had any kind of like you weren't born here, whatever. You weren't born here but you got naturalized at a certain point. They were yanking that shit back and deporting fools. Like, oh, you came here and you broke the law? Yeah, we're gonna take those away. Deport. That happened. Like I seen that with my own eyes.
Yeah, but they had a process. They had a process.
But even then, there was a process. Now now it's like, imagine going to drop your kids off. Imagine going to look at an elementary school little graduation ceremony. Like that's the most chicken shit. Like you got parents running and crying. Yeah. You got kids crying. Like that's cold, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? What are we doing? Like at that point, as a society, what are we doing? And nobody can say like, oh, that's not what's going on. That's what the fuck is happening. That's what we're seeing. We're seeing
view.
You know what I'm saying? It's what's happening.
Yeah.
And then when they report it on the news, because obviously CNN got to keep the fucking lights on. They make it look like, fucking LA was burning from fucking Normandy and Western all the way through, all the way up, all the way over the other side of the fucking 101. Echo Park was on fire going into Glendale. That's what they tried to make it look like. Right. There's fucking 2 blocks in downtown that was like a little kind of a no-go zone for a second. Couple motherfuckers that was in tents didn't have their tents parked there no more. Like, you know what I mean? But I don't know. Fuck Trump.
Yeah, it's just I just see it like that, and I'm not trying
in short, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like I just see the way the government is, and they just like bully they punch down. They don't ever punch up. You know, like when you're battling out in the streets in your prime or something, you want your enemy to be strong because it gives you a good run for your money. But not in this case. They just, you know.
I don't know, man. I also just think that. Okay, let's say that he was completely trying to do the quote unquote right American thing, and he was doing it in the most humane, due process having ass way, right? Like, you're asking a lot. The word, like, he threw it around a lot was anchor baby, right? Like, how many people, like, if you woke up one day and all of a sudden you realize, like, oh, they determined that you're an anchor baby, like, you got to go too. You were born here. That's what you know what I'm saying? Oh, that's but your crazy. Mom came over when she was pregnant with you. So no, we have it on our records where it shows that your mom crossed and she was pregnant with you. So you going back, you're an anchor baby.
That's crazy.
That's crazy, but that's what he's talking about. Yeah. So for me, I'm always like, well, let's not leave it at like, oh, well, those fools they don't got papers, so they didn't come the right way. Time out. What makes you think, well, one, what is the right way? Like, show me that doesn't involve 20, 30 racks up front and then wait for a little bit. That's what they're asking for.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you can make an argument that, like, well, if somebody has that kind of financial resource to come over, they're going to immediately add to the economy, blah, blah, blah. I understand it. But that's what the process is. It's pay to play completely. Like, I know you do the rap shit, you know what I'm saying? I know you remember that. I know you remember that bullshit from back in the day. But it's pay to play, like, if you want to come over, right? And so
that is true.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, you do have people coming over that don't have those economic means, access to that, but they're quite literally the people that make the fucking country run. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you're watching produce rot in fields. You're watching houses that were getting built not being built now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So my thing is like, oh, if they're so fucking terrible of people and they're such a threat to, why does shit stop working when you start specifically targeting this group of people?
Yeah.
Because they ain't going for like fucking Polish immigrants that stood too long. They're not, you know what I'm saying? They're not looking for Indian immigrants that have overstayed a work visa or whatever. It's just like, you know, Sanchez, Gutierrez, Alvarez, vámonos a la verga.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm going to tell you a story. I went into a Ralph's the other night, and I'm walking through this fucking Ralph's, right? And they have a whole new night crew. And it's all like, you know, like redneck, you know, white people, right? And I'm like, what the dog? I'm like, what the? I'm like, what? I'm like, what? I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, where do you stand? You got rid of
No. I'm like, what the hell? Well, I mean, I don't know if because the Mexicans were being deported, but they had a whole new crew I never seen. I'm like, where's Alvarez? Where's the homie? Like, yeah, like, what's going on? You know? So they have the whole aisles blocked off, like all the. And it's bad, and it's all mixed up. You can't even walk through. People are complaining, and I hear the lady up front. She's a Mexican American, obviously. Right. She says, "Hey, night crew, you got to get your shit out of the way. That's not how you properly pack the aisles." So then I said, "Oh, I think it'll be funny if I walk down the aisle and I start yelling." Bring all the deportees back. So I said that, and they got mad, bro. They were like, "What do you mean, dick?" And I was like, "Bring them back, bring them all back, please." It was all messed up. You couldn't get through, and I was like, "Man, we gotta bring them back. This is ridiculous."
Imagine, hey, but you know what's fucking?
It could be true though. That's what I'm saying.
The good part about that was the reason they got offended is because they knew exactly what the fuck you meant.
Yeah, they knew that.
You know, so what do you mean? You know what the fuck?
That was the first time, and I'm not trying to be. I'm not racial. That was the first time I ever seen an all-white night crew in my life.
He said in my life.
Well, there's many more to come.
Yeah. Shit. You know? Hey, y'all got to get it together though, por favor. They had everything blocked, and even the lady said, "I don't care where your company you came from. You got to get the pallets off the floor. This is ridiculous." And then I told her, "Man, they got to bring people back, man. This is crazy, man. Man, shit. Get organized out here."
What city was it? What general region was this?
Well, we talked about where I came to.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. A nicer area.
Damn.
Yeah.
Baller.
Right.
Also, the fucking Thunder won officially, huh?
That's over.
Yeah, Thunder won.
Yep. Everybody that owes me money, because it's real. I'm gonna need that ASAP.
Who's
I'm like
that team.
600 large right there. Shea Alexander.
Okay. Youngster, right?
The one who won the MVP. Got Williams. You got who's their 7-footer? Chet Holmgren.
Chet Holmgren.
I said nobody could stop him. I was right again. I know everybody hates me, but You know,
I think they said Lou Dort had a big
Lou
play
Dort
down
was on there?
the stretch.
He's been there forever.
Yeah,
I think Lou Dort had a big play down the stretch. They said, fuck.
yeah. So we got some new champions. That's their first one. Some young champions.
Yeah.
Salute them, man.
Yeah.
They got lucky.
Nah, man.
They were okay. So
we want to hope they got lucky.
That's
They
a
were-
weird team to win the
no,
chip.
I don't think so. I think you're just looking at it like because of their short history as a team. You're like, nah, they weren't really gonna do that. But if they were the best team all year, they had the MVP of the league.
They got legs, bro.
You got,
That's
and
the
then
main thing.
you got a dude like Chet Holmgren. It's a 7. What is he? 7'4"?
7'1", 7'2".
He's the big boy.
Yeah.
And he's like an alien. He had like a record for like
blocks
in a game 7.
And here's the thing, though. The main thing I see, like what I keep saying, he's 7'2", but he's 25 and he can run up and down the
that's
court.
what I'm saying. He's
you
an
know what I
alien,
mean?
bro. The
You're
fool's
not
like
gonna beat
a
that.
fucking. He's like a fucking giraffe running up and down the court. He had like 5-6 blocks in a game. Like, that fool swatting everything. That's just crazy. Yeah, I mean they were the best team all year, but I think that I'm not gonna lie. I was like, I gotta see them win that motherfucker before it. You know what I'm saying? For me, I was like, I gotta just because until you can. They did everything they could to almost fuck it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they shouldn't have been.
To me, they should have beat Indiana 4-1.
It shouldn't have been that close, but they anytime that the Pacers started hitting threes, like they just go on a little run real quick.
Yeah.
And it was like it was like a deer in headlights or something. It was weird. They'd hit 3 or 4 in a row, boom, 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 and these fools would get a little, you know what I mean? They'll get a little tight.
You know,
But,
a lot of
yeah,
times, like you
did
said,
it.
you had to see it.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes we don't see the routine. Like when you watch Oklahoma warm up, these guys are pros. Like they don't miss, bro. This is what their
That's
job
fire.
to get $50 million a year.
That's fire.
You know what I'm saying?
I fuck with that.
They don't miss, man.
And then it seems like that. I don't know much about him. Like this year, I was just watching. Like, he's really gonna win the MVP. Oh yeah, this was balling.
He won it. Yeah.
But from what I know, he's like a real like a very respectful professional kid, right?
He mimics Jordan.
Oh,
he
does
does
he?
a lot of the pull up jump shots. He's not a 3-point
No,
shooter.
I've seen his game.
Yeah, his game is like,
no,
like
he's
he likes
fucking-
to.
he's incredible.
I'm falling asleep.
Oh yeah,
I'm just saying,
Let's
like
get some other shit to talk about.
Because if
He's
he
the
learned
guest, not
if
me.
he learned how to win
Talking
it,
about some old man shit. What are you talking about? The war? What else, Droops?
Hey, you said you was tired. You said you was tired.
Police, I send men to you, Vados.
Oh, salute.
Kevin, what up? Salute my boy.
Salute,
Appreciate that,
Salute.
99.
Hey, I got
What's
a
cracking,
good one.
Dougie?
It says right here, somebody's wife told her man to return a bottle of orange juice that was $5 at a liquor store. So he did, and he used the refund to buy 2 lottery tickets. One of those lottery tickets hit $315 million from New Jersey. Went from the grocery run to generational wealth. Went to the grocery store to get a bottle of orange juice. His wife said, we can't afford that, return it. And we need the $5. So instead, he bought 2 lottery tickets and won $315 million.
Fire.
okay, so I think it's great for him, but it's kind of funny, right? Because she's like, put that shit back. We need the fucking $5. This fool put it on 2 tickets.
Yeah.
Like.
Gambled it away. Can you imagine, dog, gambling your last $5 and it's $300 million?
Would you take it in one chunk or in payments?
That much you just take it up front.
We're from the ghetto, bro. We're gonna take one payment, dog.
Because you never know what's gonna happen to them in the future.
There's
Yeah.
that, but also it's you take it and then with that much money you just
You can figure it out.
put in a fucking.
What do they take out of $300 million? You think tax
Probably like
half.
100,
100 million?
100 and some
Half.
change. Yeah.
Damn near half.
Yeah, they take.
I know when
pretty
it's
close
in
to
the
half.
when it's in the billions, they take more. When it's in that one lady that won, whatever it was, they took like 55%, 54%.
You probably getting like 170, 180 back.
Her shit was like 1.2, and she got like 400 million or whatever.
That's
1.1.
still sick though. Money
Yeah, I
to
mean,
get.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's fucking-
Straight.
Spend $5 or $10 to get that money.
Fuck yeah.
It's crazy money, bro.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know. Fuck.
what's the first thing
That's
you're
like
gonna
a
do?
depressing amount of money though. Almost like fuck.
That's
a lot of
I'll take that all day.
First thing I'm doing is
a lot of
changing my phone number.
Oh, fast.
This is what I'm changing my phone number.
Give
It's a
everybody,
wrap.
give everybody 50 grand so they don't bother you no more.
Right?
Here.
What are you gonna do?
Probably go somewhere like warm and tropical and just kick it for a second, get my mind right.
Yeah. Okay.
Santa
know what I
Monica
mean?
Pier.
Somewhere.
Kick the feet up.
Kick my feet
What
up
are
a
the
little
California forklift vacations? Let's see. Santa Monica Pier.
Saluting face emoji. Saluting face emoji. Saluting face emoji. Us.
bit. Hey, how we doing?
Okay, shit, okay.
So let me see. What'd you say? A forklift? What'd you say?
A
Santa
forklift
Monica
beach vacation in
beach
California.
vacation?
Yeah.
You know what's underrated? Santa Barbara. Santa Barbara's a fucking vibe. Santa Barbara's fire.
You like Santa Barbara?
I like Santa
You been
Barbara.
to Catalina?
Yeah, when I was like 17 or 18.
Younger.
Yeah, I went once. I don't remember shit about it.
Yeah, it's one of
It
those
was-
spots. There's a few spots, not too many though.
I think. Let me see. We're supposed to go.
Pismo Beach. That's a good spot, man.
Let me see. I like Santa Barbara's cool. Down San Diego's got some cool shit.
Oh yeah.
San Diego's got some cool
Mission
beaches.
Beach, all those places. You know?
Yeah, Mission Beach is cool.
You got any more news?
No, not me.
News good. Let's get on. Let's get
Yeah,
on with the
we're
interview.
good.
Let's push it.
Let's go.
We got the homie Hazard.
How we doing, sir?
Chilling, man. For the people that don't know, give them a little rundown about yourself, man. Your Instagram, who you are.
Yeah. So the Instagram is at Imahazerd, the letter I, the letter M, the letter A, HAZERD. Let me see. You got another one rolled?
He said, "Let's go."
Roll that. But
Might
just so
as
you know,
well.
we're not gonna keep your piece of joint up there, bro. You gotta be on a certain. We got Cypress Hills. We got
Oh no, I'm good. I'm about to burn this one to the face.
He said, "This is going on."
Yeah, there's not gonna be nothing left. Cypress Hills. So you got a Cypress Hill joint up there?
Yep.
Gotta be real. Be real, son.
Be real, smoke the doobie in the pad right here.
I think we got
Shit.
an RBL one.
No, we got a signed book and first album by
Yeah.
RBL.
Oh, yeah.
I'll drop y'all off like a 40 ounce or something. Yeah, so they
That'd
call
be
me.
dope.
Yeah, they call me Hazard. I'm out of the city of Ontario. And let me see. I just make filthy rap music. You know what I'm
Hell
saying?
yeah.
I talk shit on records. I drink and then I hop on beats, and then on Fridays we put that bitch out. So it's a series called 40 Ounce Fridays. Been doing it from a little over 6 years now.
Yeah, I seen that. Let's start from the beginning. You were born and raised in where?
So I was born in Montebello. I
Okay.
was born at Beverly Hospital. And then when I was like 5, I moved to Ontario. And that's where I grew up at. Like my whole family's from like East LA, you know, and then moved when I was like 5 years old. And,
You made your bones in Ontario. though.
Yes, yeah, exactly. That's where I grew up at. So, like, when I was 18, I think when I was 18, I went to the county for the first time.
Now you're-
2001.
Huh?
2001.
So when you mean
2000.
county, you're talking about San Bernardino County? 'Cause that's-
San Bernardino County Jail, yeah. Mhm.
But before that, you went to school and everything in Ontario, or
Yeah, Ontario High, Chaffee High, Chaffee Alternative.
That's a
I did.
continuation.
Yeah, like
yeah.
Like a little college, huh?
There's a Chaffee College as well.
Yeah,
so
but-
it's like some,
but
so
he
it's
went
like
to
some
the
rich,
continuation right there. Yeah,
and then
yeah.
and then also the regular high school as well. But
Okay.
yeah, so Chaffee was like some rich folk, and the high school was the old college, and I guess they donated it or whatever and made it into a high school, and then there's a Chaffee College like in Rancho,
right.
and then I think they got like a, yeah. So anyways, yeah, I grew up there, and then I graduated from high school over in Chino. I was at Don Lugo for a little bit.
Okay. Your parents and stuff were with you. They raised you.
Yeah. So it was my mom and my stepdad. Yeah, and like, can I?
Yeah, you good?
Can I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, can I? All right, cool. Thank you, Dougie. So, yeah, and it was pretty much like regular working class shit. You know what I'm saying? I was just always an asshole, bro, since I was little. I just didn't listen to anything. You know what I'm saying?
So
Like,
your parents worked and like
They worked.
blue collar.
Yeah, basically.
So you come home and for sure you had the pizza pockets in the fridge,
all that,
the taquitos.
all that.
You know what I mean? You had the tapatio. You know what I mean?
all
All
the
that
what do
shit.
they call
I
it?
got you.
Latchkey kid or whatever.
Yeah, that's like the normal. shit, the pizza,
regular shit.
Because everyone's working, and you got to come home, and then they're just like eat whatever's in there. Once in a while, they take you to Poppy's or something, or a little Mexican restaurant, and go eat.
Little shakies.
Yeah. That's a good ass.
Little
spot, bro.
shakies.
Yeah, those shakies. Yeah.
I love on shakies. I fucking love shakies.
Yeah. So you were chilling, you know.
Sometimes that shit. Yeah, it was like in regular. Like my I always say like I was the asshole of the family. I'm the black sheep of the family. I was the oldest, but I was also the one like. You know, I say Trump's a habitual line stepper. It takes one to know one, homie.
Yeah,
like I was a habitual line stepper. You know, it just was what it was.
Were you getting into trouble? Like were you out there in Ontario?
When I was in junior high, I had like a weed case. When I was in, like I was pretty much. I had a probation officer since whenever, like you know what I'm saying. And then when I turned 18, that was it. I went to the county maybe like that would have been April 06. Yeah. April
you went to the county the first time?
Yeah, April of 06. So yeah, I was like 5-6 months after I was 18. And then just the regular like in and out shit. That sounds terrible, but
how the fuck do people remember the dates?
Oh, you know, when you do time, you know. It's like, that's how I keep track of time.
He said April 06. That's when we got indicted, and I was in San Bernardino too.
Yeah.
At the same time.
So I hit the county. I hit the county in April 06. Oh,
that's when we got indicted.
I'll say something off camera. Never mind.
Yeah.
But that makes sense because there was some other homies.
I can't remember the dates, fool.
But there was some other homies that was okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
yeah,
April 06. I remember I was in Glen Helen. That's like the place where you kind of do county time if you're gonna do like a year or whatever. And then I got out. I caught a case in LA. I was up by the what is that? The Wilshire station. It's Hollywood.
You weren't rapping at all now during this time.
Yeah, I had just started making music. So what happened was, my bad. Only been a while. Fuck. So what happened was, when I got out the county the first time, I had already tried to make music. I had like a CD I had done with a partner of mine, and I had like stacks of like these cases of CDs. I was selling them. I was, going through the day-to-day shit. Money was short. I was doing dumb shit, whatever. So I caught a robbery case in 06. I came home and there was like 2 cases of CDs that I had already paid for, but I was waiting for them to get back. Like they were getting pressed and then they would ship them to me. So when I got home, I had like 2 cases of CDs. There was like, I think like 100 CDs in each like of these cases. So I had like 2 of these big boxes. And then I'm looking at them like, feeling stupid, like, this shit ain't gonna work, whatever. So then,
like, what do you mean, like selling the CDs? You felt,
yeah, I was like just like, man, what the fuck am I doing? Like, what, So then, I remember I was like, fresh home. It was my daughter's first birthday party, and I had no bread. I was like, fuck. So I took the CDs. I went to Hollywood, and then I was on Hollywood and Highland. There was a Virgin record store. I think it was Virgin Mega Store on Hollywood and Highland right there.
I think I remember that one.
And fools would sell like DVDs, bootleg CDs.
It's like on the corner type shit, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was there and I was slanging the CDs. I guess some fools had got into it like down the street from me with some other people that were selling DVDs. And when the fool came up, my little pitch to people would be like, hey man, do you listen to music? Not, do you listen to rap? Do you listen to that real rap shit? Do you like rap? No, do you listen to music is a universal question. If you say no, you're going to feel kind of foolish, right?
Yeah.
Like, do you listen to music? Yeah, I listen to music. Check this out, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I had my little speech down, and I took some fool with me, and he was just watching me. He's like, "Hey, you're a machine, bro." I'm like, "This is easy. I believe in my product. Like I thought the CD was good.
That's smooth too to do it like that.
I had the fucking. I remember I had the tracks loaded on an MP3, like a little iPod Nano. It was like this big. Yeah. And I remember the homie had downloaded it for me. He goes, "Hey, fool, look," because he seen me one day. I used to have the CD player. I put a CD in, but like the CD player fucking skip. You know, and anytime that you're trying to show something to somebody, the fucking CD's trying to load. You remember that shit? Like any other time, it'll work fine. But I'm like right there, like, hey, bro, you listen, check my shit out. And I'm like fucking with it. Like, hold on. Oh, yeah, 1 second. So then the homie see me one time and he was like, hey, fool, here. Like, well, he's like, this is an old ass iPod Nano that I got. I don't fuck with it no more. And this is an Asian homie. I was just like, how, like this fool he always had like some old gadget that he was selling. At the time it was Craigslist. He would like sell shit on Craigslist, right? He goes, hey, I got this shit. I was gonna sell it, but fuck it, here, we'll take it. I downloaded your album to the fucking Nano, so just push play and it's downloaded in order.
That's cool.
So I gave that shit to him.
No skip.
Yeah, exactly. So I just be sitting there like, hey, well, you know, listen to this track, right? So I was doing that and I'm getting them off, doing cool. So I see some fool, hey man, you listen to music? Hey bro, fuck you, I don't want a fucking DVD, bro. Fuck you, fuck you.
Now that would be me.
And I was like,
I'm on to it.
All right, my bad. Like I was lit, I was like, huh? And hey, motherfuckers, and he motherfucked me like 2 times. And I was like, bitch, who the fuck are you talking to, homie? Like, what's cracking? So then he's like, what? And then his boy steps up, like, oh, you want to get down? And I was, let's bug you, you ain't saying nothing, let's fuck. So like, I'm like, all right, what's cracking? And then I look to my right and I see some fool running towards us. I'm like, what the fuck's this fool doing? So I step back thinking he's trying to run through us because we're on Hollywood, you know? Yeah. This fool's running up, he swings a skateboard at me.
Damn.
I was like, oh, I'm about to get jumped. Like, hold on, homie. So I turned and there was a blade. We were opening the CDs, like they were like cellophane wrapped by 10. So I remember the homie had the blade.
Like a box cutter.
I said, yeah, like a box cutter. Yeah. But he had a full-on knife, though. Like, he brought, like, a full-on fucking knife that we were opening this shit with. But I was like, hey, fool, give me the fucking blade, fool. And he tossed it to me. I'm like, do something, fool. You looking like that fool's scared. So you looking scary, dog. You like, fuck, bro. So I turned. I'm like, hey, fool, back up. Oh, boy thought I was playing or whatever. He tried to, like, rush me. I got to poking. Yeah. So I got a fucking stabbing. It was assault with a deadly weapon.
Trying to sell CDs.
Cause GB. Trying to sell fucking CDs, homie. And I had like a few $100. I remember like talking about Shakey's. We were going to do her first birthday party at the Shakey's. It had like a big arcade in it, whatever. And I needed like $300, $350 or whatever. And I had that. From the fucking CD, like I went through, the whole first box was gone. I had like a good amount of cash. I remember when I got arrested, I was like, I remember too, like he arrested me. I'm like, hey, look, man. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to bail out. That money's for my daughter's first birthday, man. Just don't do me like that. That's what I told the fucking cop. I was like, whatever you got to do, bro, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to bail out. Like, and that's my daughter's first birthday money, dog. Like, come on. Because I'm thinking, like, it's cash. Like, you're supposed to going to keep that shit.
It's coming out.
Yeah. They're going to make something up.
Right, exactly. But not fucking, I went. I was still in the substation. I bailed out because I was like, if I got bail, I'm gonna try, because I was on probation.
Okay. So
I'm on felony probation, but it was out of San Bernardino County. When my paperwork came up, it was like $30,000 bail. I was like, now, look, get me out now. If they're gonna trip on me on Monday, I'm already knowing. I just want to be out. I did all this shit. I got this money. Like, let me see my daughter for her first birthday. You know what I'm saying? So I got out. That was a Saturday morning. I went to the birthday party. Sunday, I chilled with her all day, and then Monday, I went in like to turn myself in. I said, well, I came to tell you I got arrested on Friday night, Friday afternoon, whatever it was. And she was like, well, what? What happened? So I told her, like, oh, I was arrested. I had my fucking paperwork with me. I was like, this is the case. She looked at it and she goes, you bailed out? I was like, I bailed out. She's like, so you're gonna fight this? And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna fight it. She's like, all right, whatever. Like, she said, get the fuck out of my office, basically. And so I walked. That's how I was on. I hated that shit, though. I was on felony probation and bail at the same time. Worst 8 months of my, that shit's ghetto as fuck, dog. Yeah. Wouldn't recommend that shit to nobody, homie. That was like the worst 8-9 months of my life. Because you got like a bunch of babysitters, basically. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You're an adult with some babysitters. Like, as soon as that happened, she was on me. Like, weekly reports, the whole shit, right? And then my bondsman, too, on my ass.
But like, at least they gave you action to get
out.
out.
I mean, I was out for 8 months. I fucked it off.
They didn't give you a bracelet, because it's worse when you get a bracelet on you.
No, that shit's like, I feel like back then, I don't know if the technology was too expensive still, because I know like the homies be having to pay for that.
It was
shit.
expensive back then. I know from
So
experience.
it wasn't really a thing like that. But I got lucky. I skated through on that one. Like, it was honestly, it was bad. And then like I said, I fucked mine off. I caught another robbery charge. Like that would have been September of 2007. Yeah, because I went in April of 06. I was in for almost a year. And then I got out. I was out for like a little bit. Caught the stabbing case, trying to sell some fucking CDs. And then I got popped, I think it was September 07.
So you were like in the
robbery.
streets? You were out there like that?
I was a stick-up kid. Like, that was my shit. I didn't have patience. I seen the homies, like, one time, like, do, like, hustle their things. And I was just like, I didn't have the patience for it.
Yeah.
Like, that shit was like, we gotta sit here all day?
Yeah.
We let it come to us.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't like this. You know, and then I just seen a homie that was on, and I was like, hey, fool, what you doing? Like, how can I be down? So, like, this fool took me, like, once or day, hey, fool, for real, you want to come? Yeah, come on, let's go. And he showed me what to do. He was like, here, fool. Like, go get active with it. That fool's gonna try to give you this right here by the register. Tell me like a little liquor store. He's gonna try to give you this and go for that box over there. All right, whatever. And he's like, okay, I see you, fool. All right, let's go. And I just liked it. Like that for me, it was like, oh, this is easy. Right, this is fun. So like just being young and fucking stupid.
Yeah, it don't last long.
Nah.
At all. I mean, like easy come, easy go, dog. Like when you think about some of the dumb shit that you spend money on.
Yeah.
Like, and at the time, you're just like, well, that's what it costs. That's the cost of doing business. That's just what it costs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I was like, no, I was like a very entitled, like, oh, the world owes me something, like, as person. Like, oh, I'm such a dope rapper and I'm so talented and the world owes me something. Like, that was my attitude. I was a fucking stupid ass kid. You know what I mean? And so, like, then at that point, it was no more like, oh, well, first adult offense. Oh, well, you're on felony probation, or you're on bail here. Nah, it was like, sit down. So yes, I was down for 5.
On a robbery. No, it was.
That was
they
like
had me as
going charges back then. Now they give you 5.
5.
I did 5 for a robbery.
It's like it was almost like you'll be fine.
Yeah.
That became like because it used to be like the 16 and a half, right?
Yeah,
16 and a half, all that.
5 years.
You know what I'm saying? And then like all of a sudden it was just 5. Everybody get 5.
Yeah.
And it was crazy because I remember when I told the homie, like I was talking to the homie Blue Eyes from Upland, right? And we were walking the yard. He goes, so how much you get? And I told him. He goes, you be done quick, fool. I'm like, what they give you? And he had like a little stretch. I think he had like 11, you know? And he goes, 11. I was like, oh shit. He's like, I'll be all right. It's cool. We'll do. But it was like, that era, bro. It was like, they were handing that shit out like candy.
Yeah.
And you had fools, and I'll be real, I fucked up. Like the first case that I got, like joint suspension, all that bullshit, you know what I'm saying? And like when I look back, I should have fought that. Like I really should have, you know what I'm saying?
But at the time, I was like, they're letting it go, so it's like, fuck it.
Yeah.
All right,
I'm going home.
I'm going home? Fuck that, fool, shoot it. Whatever, like, my records, but at that time, it was like, my record's gonna be fucked. Whatever I do in life, my record's fucked. I don't care. That didn't matter to me. Like you said, I can go home?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, I'll take you. And that was like, it was just so, it was so normal that like now, you know, having my shit together, trying to do certain things, you know, we've gone and talked to the kids in a couple schools. Shout out to homie Cavi. Scott, I think it's Scott Gavianas or something like that. I always mispronounce his last name, forgive me. But shout out to homie Cavi, Principal Cavi. He's a principal over there in high school in the SGV.
So there's a lot of them.
Oh fuck. Let me see.
What took you out of having that, being in the street mentality?
Watching my daughter grow up, like her like her mom wasn't really her mom wasn't ready to be a. We were kids, you know.
Yeah.
So her mom wasn't ready to be a mom, and so when I was probably like 2.5 years in, I hadn't heard from my daughter for like. Let me see. No, from the time I was like a year into about 3.5 years into my term.
Yeah.
I didn't hear from my daughter. I hadn't heard from her mom, nothing. And then one day they came, and there was I was settled with my homeboy, Pete, and we were just chilling. We were on lockdown for some stupid shit. I couldn't remember. But we were on lockdown. He came to the door like, "Hey, Sanchez." I'm like, "What's up?" And he's like, "Hey, you have a family phone call for your daughter." And shit. I'm like, I ain't seen or heard of her from 2 years.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? So I looked at the homie like, hey, fool, if they tell me my daughter's gone, fool, like, give me the banger, fool. He looked at me like, what? I was like, I don't like this fool. And like the fool that came to do it, I didn't like his ass.
Yeah.
I like, fool, just give it to me, dog. I'll go with you. Nah, it's cool, dog. Just give me, I'm letting you know, fool. He's like, well, I don't fuck with this motherfucker. If they tell me that, fool, I'm gonna
yeah.
So I go downstairs, and then they put me on the phone. And they're like asking me all kinds of questions. I'm like, ask my daughter what's cracking.
Yeah. You're thinking the worst, though.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah. And then they were like, oh, okay, well, we have her in state, like, foster custody.
Yeah.
But she's with the relative, but technically she's in, like, state custody because X, Y, and Z happened. Yada, yada. So at that point, from that point to the time I got out, all my energy was like, and it was funny because when that phone call happened, we were on lockdown. We came off a lockdown, and like there was some shit going on.
Yeah.
And I remember telling the homie like, "Hey, fool, look, like I just heard from my daughter. Like, leave me the fuck out of it if you can, bro. Like, you know what I mean?" And he was just like, I got you. So from that point, let me see. I remember I flew to Oklahoma. Mm-hmm. I flew to Oklahoma. I did a little time out there, and then I was getting ready to fly back. And homie's like, "Hey, fool, what you gonna do when you go home?" "Fool, I'm gonna try to make some music, dog. I'm gonna try to raise my daughter." You know what I'm saying?
Was that your only child?
So yeah.
Okay, you got one daughter.
So that was my focus, and then like.
So that's what helped, like.
That was
the focus.
Yeah,
of the streets.
that was for me. I told the homies like, "Look, I ain't even gonna hold you. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you I'm about to do this, and this when I get out. I'm about to go make music. Stay out the way.
Yeah.
Raise my daughter. Excuse me. Damn.
That's how I sounded on fucking 2 weeks ago.
Bad. No, but that was my. Hey, Hoser.
I got you.
You mind, doggy?
I got you.
Oh, you got it. So, hey, for you, lo rayaste, loco. So now, so that was it for me. Like I came home and that's what I did. I really focused on the music. Shit was weird because I came home in 2012 and I kind of missed probably my window what it should have been originally. Not even on no arrogant shit. Excuse me. Not even on no like arrogant shit, but I probably missed the like the blog era. You know what I'm saying? Like I could have probably done well there. When I came home, the shit was kind of over. You know what I mean? If you weren't established like in that
already there,
in that kind of arena, they weren't really rocking with you. You know, everybody wanted money for like a Two Dope Boys post or Not Right, or and they wanted money. It was, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you want to be on World Star where you'll be viral tomorrow for World Star?
5,000.
25,000.
Yeah, oh well, damn.
The top. Remember when if you go to worldstar.com, that video that would play at the top, that was like 25 racks at their peak.
Damn.
I think I still have that email.
I remember them at 7.
If I look for it, I can probably find it. I have that email somewhere.
That's crazy, though.
Like they went from 7. I haven't asked for years. It's been a minute. Mm-hmm. Damn.
That was probably like 2013,
I should have took it when I was 7.
Right.
I was like, yeah. So I didn't have that bread, right? So I'm coming out and learning how to drive that forklift, you know?
Oh, yeah. Hey, whatever pays the bills, dog.
Yeah.
They make like 50 an hour. Some of them do.
Then I got like my commercial license. I started doing that shit. But
like truck driving?
Yeah. I was driving like small shit, but I had a Class B, and I had a Class A. Then I was training fools. That was cool too. But like right now I'm like trying to be a full-time rapper. I don't know.
How'd you get on
Whatever the fuck that means.
That the Fridays, the 40-ounce Fridays.
Yeah,
How'd you start that? Like, where'd it come from?
So I'm trying to see how far I gotta go back. I was done with music at a certain point because my whole thing was like, I'm gonna stay out the way, I'm gonna raise my daughter, whatever. That was like a long process though. I came home and the court wasn't a family court here. It was a juvenile court in Yuma. And it was like a really messy case because her mom was like originally from there or whatever.
From Yuma?
So I spent like a lot of years going back and forth, right? At a certain point I had quit because I was like, why is this taking so long for, like, I got my daughter when need be, but on paperwork I need custody of my child. Like, this is weird. Having to answer to people, I was like, hey bro, like I'm the one trying to do this.
Yeah.
But it felt like I was always on trial. So like my old shit, like you go to my old music, I was like doing like protest music. I had a song called Start a Riot. I had a song called Modern Day Slavery about the immigration reform back then, where like the song isn't talking about Trump, it's talking about Barack. It's talking about Obama, because I felt like he had kind of used the Latino people, like in general, by promising something. He was promising like a path to citizenship, right? And he ended up with like the DREAM Act, the DACA stuff, and that has helped a lot of like deserving people. That's dope. That's dope. But I feel like he ran on something that he didn't deliver on at all, like at all. Not nowhere close to the way he ran on it, because he wasn't supposed to win like that. But he won going away, and they said when they polled after, it was because a lot of Cuban Americans were saying, like, we want, like, Mexican people to kind of have the same right that we've had into this country. Like, that's kind of, so we're going to vote for Obama because he's promising this. They weren't supposed to necessarily vote that way. And Obama, like, he pulled away on that election because of that reason. So that song, like, I was writing shit like that. Like, that was the kind of music I was making. So obviously nobody was fucking with it. You know what I mean? Like, underground as fuck,
that
right?
is true. They don't fuck with that shit.
Underground as fuck, right? So it was frustrating for me, but I was on parole. My parole officer was like, I will violate you for a rap lyric.
Damn.
For
say
music?
this, yeah. Say this, do this, wear this. Let me see you
You're
doing
going to
any
jail.
of this. You are going to jail. We'll talk about it after.
Yeah.
Like, I was just like, it's crazy. So like I was very careful, like, and I think like it kind of influenced how I move to this day, really. You know what I mean? 'Cause
Yeah.
it's kind of weird for me. So that being said, I was making like protest music, but even so, like they were still tripping. I remember I shot a video. I had my daughter there, and then they were trying to make it seem like I shot some wild, like sexy style video, and it wasn't. It was a song called Start a Riot. The shit was about fighting back on police brutality, shit like that, right? I had like, I think one of my cousins or whatever, as well as my lady was there, and they were like watching her in the back. Like they kept her in the back. So we had like a cop car there. We had like actors and shit and the whole thing. So I let her come out for certain scenes and see certain shit, but it was cold too. So like I kept her inside mostly. But like she went back to grandparents' house and it was like, oh, I got to see my dad do X, Y, and Z. And they made like some big old deal about it. And they sent it to the judge, and the judge was like, so I'm seeing like a message that is very anti-authority, anti-police. Is that how you want to raise your daughter? And I was like, yo, you guys are wild.
They
like,
brought that shit up, huh?
like, and then my thing was just like, bro, I know I'm not about to become famous off this fucking song right here. So like, it's not even, I'm about to lose access to my daughter. Like, for what? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. Like, nah, come on now. So I kind of like got like in a real like very feeling sorry for myself. I'm not gonna rap no more phase. You know what I'm saying? And then when I did that, I had that one video, me like drunk rapping in my homie's living room.
I seen that one. Yeah, that's
viral.
So I put that on Facebook. Mind you, at the time I wasn't even like I didn't put it on YouTube right away. Like I don't remember.
What year is this? No,
this is like 2017.
2017.
2017.
So when let me just get one thing correct.
Yeah.
When you were busted what year for those 5 years?
So I was basically from 06 to 2012.
Okay, 06 to
2012 with like a slight break. You're
decommissioned doing incarceration time.
Yeah.
And then from 13 till now, you've been activating the music pretty much.
Yeah,
trying. Okay.
At first, it wasn't working. Yeah, so I think I got off parole in I was on high control till 2015.
Okay.
And right 2015, as soon as I got let off, I did that Start a Riot song.
And then the one in the living room.
And then the one in the living room was like a year and a half after that. 2 years after.
Okay.
So what happened was I done the Riot song. I tried to push it, but then I'm having issues trying to get custody of my daughter. So I shut it down. I got custody of my daughter. My boy hits me.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And my boy hits me, and he's like, "Hey, look, are you really not rapping no more?" I'm like, He goes, "Bro, that thing you put on Facebook is crazy." At the time, I only had it on Facebook, the video of me drunk in the homie's living room.
Yeah.
I didn't even put it on my YouTube because everything I had done until that point was kind of like professional. Like, it looked good. Yeah. And I thought, like, nah, nobody wants to see this shit on YouTube. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was done on the phone.
Yeah.
At fucking 11:30 at night on a 420, and we've been drinking and smoking all day. You know what I'm saying? And it went. So I put it up on Facebook, and it got maybe 15,000 views or something. I had put it on YouTube, and it never did nothing on YouTube. It was like maybe 100, 200 views on YouTube. So then, fast forward, I got custody of my daughter. The homie's like, "You still really not rapping, bro?" Like, we're talking. You know what? My daughter's staying with me. I asked her, like, "You think I'm too old to be a rapper?" I was in my head about that shit. You know what I'm saying? This is 2017.
Being the old dude.
Yeah, I don't want to be. You know what I mean? You think I'm too old to be a rapper? She would laugh. You know, she's like, "No, I don't think so." So I told my lady the same thing. Like, I'm not playing myself. Like, do I look crazy standing next to? Because even now, bro, I see some new artists like 17-year-old sensation, and I'm like, yo, I'm old enough to be your father, bro. Like this, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, I remember at the time, like, all right, fuck. So let's try. I got with the homie, shot me some beats. I recorded them, and then we had like maybe 9-10 songs. Shout out to homie Urban All Angles, and Urban had been in a rap group called All Angles. They're from the Valley. Urban stopped rapping, but he was making beats. He's like, "Yo, Haz, I got some shit you would sound good on." We do like 9-10 songs. We're getting ready to put it out. And then I'm like, "Bro, I got like 10 fans, fool. I remember telling him, I got like 600 followers on Instagram, dog. Like, nobody cares about me dropping no music, dog. Like, nobody cares." He's like, "Well, what do you want to do?" I'm like, "Well, let's do this. You know that video of me drunk rapping? Like, that shit kind of went crazy for me on Facebook a little bit. What if I do like a mini version of that every week?" You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna call it. I had the whole shit. I kind of like thought about it. I was like, I'm gonna call it 40 Ounce Fridays. I'll drink a 40 of Mickey's and I'll rap, and we'll do it every week. And he's like, "Okay, how many think you could do?" And I'm like, I don't know, bro. At least 10 of them. And he's like, "All right, cool."
Oh yeah.
So we started. If you go all the way back, the videos are there. You know, we started out just rapping to the phone.
Urban is my homie.
That's right. So we did volume 1. We get through like 10, 15, and then when we got to like 25, he goes, "Damn, bro, like people are really rocking with these. If you want to do, we should get to 40. We should do 40 Ounce Fridays verses." Bet. So we get to 40. I remember we went and like rented out some like fancy little what do you call it? Rehearsal space or whatever. Like rented like a cool little studio, whatever. And I did the 40th one. And then the homie was like, "All right, look, can you do 12 more? Can you get to 52? Can we do a year?" He goes, "Let's do a year 40 Ounce Fridays, and then we'll drop this like album that we got." And I was like, "Yeah, that's fire. Like, let's do that."
Yeah.
And then COVID happened. Okay, so this is the shutdown. This is 2020 now, right? So April 2020, everything slows down, and we're like, "Damn, do you think we're gonna be able to do that show?" Like, obviously not, right? So like at the time we're still thinking that. I'm like, well, why don't I just keep doing these from the pad? You know, I was doing them at the homie's house. The homie's got an elderly father. And, you know, I was like, obviously very respectful of that.
Right.
You know? Yeah. So he's like, "Bro, like,
you don't want to make a lot of noise.
Out, yeah. And he's like, "Until I get this figured out, bro, like, you mind just like doing them at your house, and you can send me the videos, I'll edit them for you. So we did them like that for like 30 or 40 weeks. You know what I mean? All through COVID. I had people like, this was this long ago, I had people telling me like, yo, people like Game of Thrones, bro, I like 40 Ounce Fridays. You know what I mean? And I'm growing like my little community, right? We get almost 3 years in. Whatever that was, like 100, we were like at 100 and 130 40 Ounce Fridays. And there was one, it was on a Soldier Boy.
Much love to Blue Devil and my boy Droops.
It was a Soldier Boy, She Make It Clap beat.
That's fucked up. They didn't say me.
That was going. It was like a Soldier Boy
too,
beat
buddy.
that was going viral because like Tory Lanez had rapped on it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The She Make It Clap. That. So I did that shit,
Yeah,
right?
you did that one.
I did
seen
that one.
Yeah.
And I put that. I remember the homie telling me it's going viral on TikTok. Rap on this beat. I gotta rap on it. So I did it. It wasn't really my style, like it wasn't my thing, you know. But I did it, and I kind of like mimicked this flow a little bit, I guess. And then I put it on Instagram, and the homie's like, "Dick, you're gonna do what I told you, but you still didn't make a TikTok. You still didn't put it on TikTok." And I was like, "All right." So I had like the profile, but I hadn't posted anything. I fucking go on there. I'm like trying to figure it out
On TikTok now.
on TikTok. I post the Soldier Boy thing, and then I close it. I forgot about it, and then like the next morning, I think I was like, "Hey, let me see if that thing did anything on TikTok." I opened it, had like 50,000 views, and I had like 1,500 followers, some shit like that. And I was like, "Oh, fuck." So I put up like a couple more videos.
Yeah.
And then I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna put that one of me drunk at the homie's pad. Let's see what it does on here." I put that shit at like 3 o'clock, and then I remember being hyped because I had so I had maybe like 1,000 followers, and then I remember looking and seeing that I had 1,312 followers. It was 1,312. I'm like, I show my oldest, right? And I'm like, "Hey, look." And then I got stepkids, but they mine. You know, it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
So I show my stepdaughter, right? I'm like, "Hey, look." And she's like, she looks and she goes, 1312. And I'm like, I didn't have any yesterday afternoon. I didn't have any followers. I put up a couple videos. She's like, "You realize there's people with like millions of followers on TikTok,
Yeah.
right?" And I was like, "Damn, bro, that's how you, bro."
Pop the balloon.
Homie,
Yeah.
it's the wildest shit because, like, I'm a super confident person. You know what I'm saying? I believe
Yeah.
in myself. My kids are fucking mean, fool.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? They're
Yeah.
You
mean,
should have
bro.
fucking told him. I'd rather have 2,000 real followers than 1 million fake followers.
Right?
For real.
For real.
What's
though.
about? So we're sitting there, and I remember I went to the shower. Then I got out the shower, and I had put my phone down, and whatever. I get in the shower. I get out the shower, and like this is a full playa. Like it's 20 minutes later, 25 minutes later. You know what I'm saying? I jump out, and my phone screen is still open, like on the TikTok app, and I'm like, "Oh fuck! Now my phone's fucking up." I'm mad. I'm like, "Fuck,
Yeah.
my phone's fucked up." I'm thinking to myself, that's what I get for downloading this stupid shit. I'm thinking, you know what I mean? That's what I'm thinking. Like, fuck. Why? And I go and I look, and the everything on the shit, the notifications, whatever, is like 99 plus.
Oh,
Right? And I'm looking, and I go to my page, and it says I got like 8,000 followers. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I look, and the video's going crazy. So then I called a homie. I was actually the same homie whose pad that I was in drunk rapping. He had moved. He was in a new apartment, but I was going to his pad. So I hit him like, "Hey, bro, I think I fucking got a video to kind of go a little crazy on TikTok." And he's like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, trip out. Like, I don't know. I got like 8,000 followers in a shower, homie. Like,
damn, that's crazy."
So then he's like, "What?" And so I go over to the pad, and my godson was there. His son's there, right? And my godson comes down. And he's like, "Has." I'm like, "What's cracking?" He's like, "You're viral, bro. You're viral. So-and-so followed you. So-and-so followed you." He's like telling me these like famous streamers. And he's like, "Yeah, these people, they're all like famous TikTok streaming people. Yeah, they're all liking your stuff. This guy's really famous. He's got like 15.1 million followers." And he's like a little kid.
He
you know,
knows
he's
that-
like,
he knows the-
yeah, he's like 8,
the
9
get
years old
down,
telling
yeah.
me the whole get down. And I'm like, sit down, we'll go to dinner. We go, and then my boy, it's the homie Danny Zico. So that fool's an engineer. He's a fucking dope songwriter, singer, plays the fucking piano, the guitar. You know what I'm saying? That fool fucking he goes to karaoke. You know what he does? He goes to karaoke and he really, really kills it, and like all the old viejas want to fuck him. You know what I'm saying? Like my boy,
everybody thinks they kill it at karaoke.
This fool's legit. He's legit a good singer though. So then he goes into karaoke and he like with the performance. You know what I'm saying? And you know you got the viejas throwing their like.
It reminds me of that post.
Dirty Victoria's.
Have you seen it with the white boy? He karaoke's the Usher one. I want to love you. In front of the black ladies.
Nah.
That's a good one. It's brand new.
dope.
Yeah, it's all over Instagram. Yeah, and when he does it, it sounds just like Usher. Yeah.
This fool's fucking, so he's super talented, and I remember we're sitting there, we were watching a band that he engineers for, and so we're watching them playing shit, and then he was sitting there, he's like, hey fool, you're gonna hit 1 million views right now. And then I remember the homie texting me too, because the one that told me to start the TikTok, he was hitting me like, you motherfucker, you did it, I'm staying up until you hit 1 million views on this shit. I was like, all right. And I remember like he hit me.
Always good to see the team at full strength. Shout out BD, salute to big troops, and wishing good health to Opina, Mabuhay.
Opina?
Salute.
Opina?
Opina, that's how the chat does. You know what? You dumb android.
They said
when the bullets start flying, you're gonna be the first one I shoot. I want there to be like a apocalypto robot versus us before I go, bro.
I'm good, bro. What the hell? You're not winning that. In every single movie we lose, don't we?
That's a movie. That's not real hot lead, man. There's some stuff I want to test out on them robots.
Real hot.
You know what I mean? You know, here, can you dodge this? Pow. You know?
I mean, to be real with you, that attitude is what wars are like won off of and made of. So.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, let's see how good they are against booby traps, bro. You know, coming down the lane, boom, there goes his leg.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, robot. You know what I mean? Want to mess with my human family. It's crazy.
At that point, though, you see what it's reduced to, though, at that point? My human family. That's all that matters.
Family, that's all that matters, bro.
That's all that matters. I mean, we're all human at the end of it.
Yeah, man.
Except for drivers from Oregon when they come down here with their fucking Oregon plates. On a 405,
damn, dog.
Doing 64 in the third lane. It's usually a fucking Subaru with a rack. You know what I'm saying? It's like a fucking bike rack on the top. You know, fucking.
That is true though.
It's a burgundy Subaru. You know what I mean? From like the early 2000s, and it's a fucking Oregon place. 64 on the 405 south to 330 on a fucking Wednesday. Who's got time for that, bro?
Nobody.
Exactly. Them and the fools from Utah SS too. Se pasan, dude. Like they drive Utah plates, bro. That Utah and Oregon, like they're good
Those
for
are
it.
the ones. But
Fuck out the way.
Hey, off camera, you said he had some new music coming soon?
Yeah, absolutely.
What you got coming?
Shout out my boy Eastside Dodger. The homie that is. Hold on, what they say? Who they say my boy is supposedly?
Oh, the Hot Wheeler?
There we go. Not Hot Wheeler Media.
Hot Wheeler.
Dodger Blue, a.k.a. Eastside Dodger.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A.k.a. Mr. Three Fingers Down Clica.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Shout out my boy Dodger, man.
So you guys are making music together?
Yeah. We got one on the way, produced by the very legendary Tony G.
Okay.
The track's called Shut Up. That's actually supposed to drop next week. And I think we're going to radio with it. We'll see what's cracking.
That's right.
So yeah. Shout out Tony G, man. He's been kind of like what you would hope a older, experienced leader would be like in the music industry. It's unfortunate because sometimes people they don't have like the best financial situation for where they were to where they are.
Yeah.
So they might be like a little bitter or shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And Tony just has stood out the way. He's been consistently still making music. He's really big on like the soldies stuff. You know what I'm saying? He produces a lot like in that realm, which I was kind of just turned on to recently, where it's like it's oldies, but like they're like new artists.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But they're singing like
old school.
like old school, like, you know, old school Bretton Wood type stuff, you know, Al Green, whatever the case is. But it's like with some of today's lingo and whatnot, it's just dope, right? I rock with it. So he really kept his sword sharp, and he's as lethal as, I mean, you know, he made, what did he make? La Raza. What did he make? Mentirosa.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Tony G.
Oh yeah.
So it's just like the man's a legend, right? And he likes what I do, bro. I just be sitting in the studio sometimes. He'll be talking like for 45 minutes, telling me a story about whatever, you know. I'm just sitting there like, this is dope. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. Shout out Tony G. Shout out my boy Eastside Dodger. Not Hot Wheeler Media. Eastside Dodger.
Fucking sure sounds like him.
Yeah. The voice.
Look,
I mean,
all I'm gonna say is this.
Yeah.
All I'm gonna say is this. I don't never get posted on none of that shit. You know what I mean? I think I'm pretty consistent with music, but I stay out of bullshit. That being said, that's my guy. Like, that's my bro for real, right? This fool, if this fool owned Hot Wheeler Media, homie, there
without
would be
posting you.
there would be I ain't gonna hold you. There'd be like every fifth post that has it for no fucking reason. Like, you would know. Like, that's, you know what I mean? It's just not Hot Wheeler, fucking Eastside Dodger, and your boy Hazard. Produced by Tony G. Joint's called Shut Up. We're gonna put together a little EP and give it to you. It's gonna be called My Brother's Keeper.
Dope.
We got a couple things already in the chamber. And then I got a joint. Shout out to Yellow Hill. I got a joint with Yellow Hill coming soon. I'll play that for you guys off air. If you got, I don't know if you got. I don't be the fucking rapper playing his music.
That's dope.
You know? Yeah. But shout out Yellow Hill. We got one coming too.
Yeah, salute Yellow Hill.
That one's dope.
You can do a video to it?
Yeah, that's all I'm setting up right now. I'm busy trying to take care of the videos. Yeah, I'm busy trying to take care of the video.
I seen you like do the 40-ounce Fridays.
Yeah,
and you're pretty consistent with that. But with that being said, like as far as dropping videos on YouTube, you're not that consistent of dropping. Back to back.
I would say that I've put out.
Cause you know the way it is now.
Yeah.
They're dropping videos every week, every 10 days, every 9 days.
And I got, the way I look at it is, the reason that 40-ounce Fridays has worked so well is because it's the perfect vehicle for where it's at, right? Because people have hit me like, have a feature on, like have another rapper on. I'm like, no, you gotta understand, you gotta get in and out. Right now it's 1:30, right? But you got to get out right there, under 1:30. Nobody want to hear nothing past that, right? The reason why 40-ounce Fridays has been successful, the reason why my viewership rate versus my like rate versus my share rate and everything's like through the roof on every single 40-ounce Fridays post is because people know, like, oh shit, Has doing this thing, cool. Let me stay for it. If they really fuck with it, they're gonna like it. They might share it with somebody. They're gonna comment on it. They share it to the story. Right? We do like, I don't know, at least a couple hundred every week. You know, like reshares of stories or whatever on any given 40-ounce. I could look at the analytics, but it's something like that, right? Like the engagement is really high, and I think it's because it's the perfect little vehicle for it.
Yeah.
I think when it comes to videos, 40-ounce Fridays and the way I got that vehicle set up, I'm really happy. Because I'm a fucking perfectionist, like so much so I be in my head about shit that nobody's gonna notice, recognize, think of. You know what I mean? I really pay like too much attention to shit, so I can like record the song and be like, oh yeah, the video should look like this. Like while the edits are happening, I'm already like, oh yeah, the video would look like this, and that's usually the way that shit goes. So like I'm so particular. You know what I mean? I'm so, and you're right. It's completely a fair criticism.
Well, because I mean, what I'm saying is you do the 40-ounce Fridays, right? Mm-hmm. Which is a part of music that you're doing. But I'm talking about actually like the career-wise. Like when you see these young guys, they're like, let's take a rapper, for instance, like these guys like Blanco 15 and all. They're putting out 3-4 videos a week as far as for their music career. They're not doing like a freestyle once a week, right?
Right.
Do you feel that at some point you're gonna start doing that? Like you're gonna start dropping videos, like
I think that like
music back to back.
Work rate. My thing is like my shit got replay value. Yeah. I feel like my stuff has a lot more. Those just little things I do on Friday, I think, just on the numbers, right, have a lot more replay value than somebody that drops however frequently they want to drop. I think like I'm rapping on a different level. Just in terms of like I'm playing the game at a different standard.
Yeah.
So dropping 6 visuals in a week, you know, and I don't know. I'm not gonna say a specific artist.
So what's your
or anything.
opinion on that? On the game? Because the game's changing into
it's
dropping
it's diluted.
6 videos a month, and then and
it's diluted into you got to be
and 5 albums a year.
You got to be
a
content creator, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, but how much of that are you really, really proud of? And so, like, I finally, the big knock was like, yo, Hez, give us a whole body of work, give us a whole body of work. And I was like, I don't think I have enough fans yet that warrant that. Yeah. Like, it's not, I don't ever think that I'm bigger than I am. I'm like, no, I got too much work to do. So for me, I was like, bro, I don't have enough fans to warrant a whole body of work. And I was like, I'm going to be, I think I'm going to be real disappointed. I'll put something out and like nobody really listens. Yeah. So I put it out. We put it out in March, right? And I'm sitting back and I'm looking at it and I'm seeing like, the way the numbers go, right? You're going to have early it was real flat. And then it spiked and then people started paying attention. Now it's kind of tapered off, but I have my shit in a lot of playlists, whatever, right? I feel like, I'm proud of that body of work, right? I dropped that in March. Okay, we're in June and I haven't even started to really like tour off of it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like I'm like I still gotta work this record for a while. I'm gonna have more shit out, and I'm gonna be, performing. I got this shit coming with Yellow Hill. I got this shit coming with my boy Dodger, and I'm excited for it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And we're gonna be pushing, but I'm still gonna push the High Socks and Lo-Fi joint. Like I'm proud of it, completely and totally. And I think that I put out with that 9-song piece of work. I think I put out anything like. I believe in those 9 songs up against any piece of work this year. I'm probably excited. I'm really excited to hear the Clips album all the way through.
Oh, okay.
I think that shit'll be dope. You know what I mean? That's a in my opinion, that's a front runner for like if just some straight rap shit like album of the year.
Yeah.
But yeah, I put High Socks up against anything this year. I mean, just front to back. If you go listen,
I've seen it. I gotta really dig into it, but I'm gonna check it out.
I would love your ear, brother. I really would.
I will. I'm gonna dig into it.
I really would. And then give me,
because I like all the hip hop shit.
And then give me a link to your latest shit. We're gonna bang it all the way back.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah.
But yeah, I'll shoot you a link to it. I mean, I believe in it. I believe in it up against anything this year.
Do you think now it's a lot more gimmicky? The game, it's a lot more like here I am on camera.
Yes, but okay, only because it's what we've allowed. Like
what do you mean we've allowed? Like, what do you think
as an industry, right, and as a culture, it's normal. If I go to a steak dinner, right? Let's say we're gonna sit down and talk business. You're like, hey, bro, this is dope steakhouse. Let's go. Shit, we might. You know what I'm saying? But if we go for steak dinner, right? We go sit down.
Benihana's, man.
There's a decent chance. There's a decent probability, like not even probability, but I'll say there's a possibility. It wouldn't be out of the realm of norm that some like TikToker or streamer or something is gonna be in there with a fucking camera, like filming their meal.
Yeah,
right.
True.
It's totally. It's not.
Or even a regular person. Even a regular person. Yeah. That's.
But if that happened, you wouldn't be like, "Oh, you won't believe this shit." You'd be like, "Oh yeah, we went to eat a nice meal, and there was some TikTokers there, and they were filming this shit." Right. So I think that because that is the medium of today, I think that's society. Hey, look at me. Right. So I think the music is a microcosm of society. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
part of it, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of like, if anything, is even more. Usually get more of the extremes, right? Because like if you're creative, you're kind of fucked up in the head a little bit. You know what I mean? Like if you're really creative,
so?
I mean, I think like.
What's good, Big Hazard? Sub to 200 boys.
What's poppin'?
What up?
So you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like. Yeah, so I feel like that's society as a whole. Like, oh, hey, look at me, for sure. But I think that's been music forever. It was always, how do we get people? It's always been like advertising dollars. That's what runs radio, right? Yeah. You're paying, people pay for advertising space on the radio, and then the way you hook people is with the music, right? In between what you're actually selling. You're not making any money playing music. You're making money playing commercials, right?
Yeah.
So the radio was always, like a vehicle for that. So now it's the same thing, except like now you're going to, what are the mediums of the day? It's a stream. So this. So you're going to have streams like this, right? Like, and then you're going to have the streams with the kids, like on a little set, and it's like they're playing video games, but it's the most popular, the Kaisanat kid, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Okay, those are the vehicles of today. So if you want to sell something, you want people's eyes on whatever, you got to go there. Whereas before it was radio, right? Now it's that. So I mean, I just think that it's always been that way. It was just the technology of the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
Dude,
always
they do
been
a lot of promos now. You should get into that, bro. I could picture you. Like, yo, this is Hazard, and this is my, this is called Janice Clothing that my dog has, man. He's gonna get you right. Go ahead and go through, man. He's got you with the knockoff shoes, the white t-shirt, and the motherfucking Janoski shorts, man. And I'm so-and-so, man. I'm so-and-so rapper, and I'm the strongest. Thank you, man.
That's fire. That's fire.
And then it turns off, and then he gets $25. You know, I mean, that's what it is now. But if you do 10 in a day,
I've done okay.
That's $250.
I've done okay, like doing certain partnerships with like weed companies, weed brands. Yeah. The weed brands show me the most love. You know, shout out my boy Big Lux, Santa Monica, and he works over at Cookies and Vibes Clothing.
okay,
Real good dude, very respected gentleman, and just been in the industry a long time with clothing and whatnot, and you know, he's looked out like tough with a lot of the Cookies gear, and then wearing the Cookie shit, you go to other weed stuff or whatever, and it's like, oh, come here real quick, like, let me have you try this. I always say, like, wearing the Cookie shit and got me in a lot of rooms.
yeah.
You know what I mean, I remember when we went to New York, and my boy was like, hey, let's go to there's a Cookies called Culture House NYC. It's right there in Manhattan by that big Macy's, like that big ass Macy's in Manhattan. It's like right across the street from it. So we walked over, and then we walked in, and we're like chopping up with one of the workers, and then my boy's like, oh, this fool raps, he's from California, he's sponsored by Cookies. And then the dude was like, really? I was like, let me see your phone. So like I showed him, I think, like 2 videos. He's like, come here, bro. Within like from like 30 seconds, bro. Like we were just sitting there talking about what we were gonna buy.
Important too.
And then
Shout out to the Northeast LA and everyone.
hey, so we I remember we we're like 1 minute we're talking about buying a joint or something, and then the dude was like, no, put that down, and took us behind the shit, took us upstairs. They were having like a sesh, right? Like a weed sesh that you would have, like that you would see.
Yeah, like out here.
Out here? Out there. Like, she was crazy. It was cool. And when we walked in, and they're like, oh, they're from California. Oop. And then they come back, they're like, you guys all smoke, right?
Send me the picture I DM you with.
Moses.
So.
Is that who you were talking about?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, shit, yeah. That homie in the back. That's crazy. Yeah. So I was
They had a sesh there.
They had a sesh, and then they're like, "You guys all smoke, right?" And my lady was literally about to be like, "Oh no!" I looked at her like, "Yeah, you smoke. Shut up. Take the shit they gonna give you. Let's see what we get. You know,
take the package. Yeah.
Homie, they came over like everybody. Like they gave us 4 goodie bags. Right, it was me, the homie, his lady. I was with my lady. They gave us 4 goodie bags, bro. Weed was a little rough. It wasn't what I was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It
was different.
It wasn't what you used to over here.
No,
it's New York.
No, but like their edibles were straight, and they had some I think Rove vape pens. It's like a free ass plug, but they had some little disposables that were straight. They got us through.
But the main thing is they gave you a care package.
They gave us a whole. No. You don't understand. Here's the part that I'm looking and I'm feeling ungrateful as fuck because I'm like, I'm not really gonna smoke. I don't know how much of this I'm gonna smoke. And as I'm walking by, I'm looking and there's like a homeless dude and he looks up at me and I was like, hey bro, you smoke weed? And he was like, yeah. And I'm like, here man, So I gave him whatever it was. It was probably like, it was 4 bags. So it was at least 8 eighths, because I think it was like 2 eighths in every bag.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it would have been a whole ounce.
He was cool.
I would have gave him a whole ounce, yeah. So I gave him a whole ounce, like an eighth baggies, right?
Love.
And then, yeah, he's like, what? I was like, yeah, bro, I'm not gonna smoke this before I leave. There's just no way.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to. So we were right there just eating the gummies, pulling on the vape pens. But then I ended up doing a 40 ounce on the rooftop there.
Oh, that's dope.
Like, I came back the next day, and I was like, oh, they said I could film here. Oh, yeah, you're the rapper from California. Come on. Took me up there and just left me there. Some
Showed love, huh?
dude comes out. Shout out my boy Lux, because he's a real respected dude. Because some dude comes out looking like an accountant. Got the tie with the fucking little pocket square, the whole shit. You know what I mean? The glasses, all right. Looking like somebody's accountant. He comes out. He's like, hey, how you doing? And I look. I'm like, oh, what's up, man? How you doing? They call me Hazard. I'm here from California. I'm a rap artist. I got a week. I gave him the whole spiel, right? And he's like, oh, okay. He's like, who's your brand rep? And I was like, oh, Lucky. And he goes, oh, you know Lucky? And I was like, yeah. You tell Lucky I said what's up. I was like, all right, bet. I was like, but you wouldn't think, like, you know what I'm saying? You wouldn't think the homie Lucky would, you know what I'm saying? That this dude would know that dude like that, you know what I'm saying? And the minute I said Lucky, he was like, oh, okay, cool. So that's the dude that's taking care of me. I can't imagine doing a promo for $25 and a hot dog, though, or whatever you said. That's crazy.
I got these
That's
fake
wild work.
shoes on, but they're good.
Yeah.
My homie runs it, and you know, and then you got to do the flex fool right after.
I remember there was one dude that wanted me to post like packs or something, right? Something crazy, and he wanted to give me like $40. I'm like, keep the money. I don't even want to do it. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm good, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Please.
just tell me to do it on the strength, dog.
Just
You know what I
leave me
mean?
alone,
Like,
or just leave me alone. Well, he's like, yeah, just, you know, and I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm okay.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. Like, I've done promo, but I gotta I can't just do 1,000 of them, people, because I gotta be real in tune with my people. You know what I mean?
Well,
I gotta trust them.
I think also if you're doing a promo for it, what are you actually doing?
Yeah.
You're saying that it's something that you use. So I tell people like, oh, Haz, how could I do this? And I was like, I mean, look, you want me to wear a shirt on a 40 ounce? It's gonna cost you this. I'll tell you right now. I'm like, but you really want me to fuck with you? Like, send me a box. Here's a mailer. Just send me a box, and if I like the stuff, I'll wear it.
I'm gonna wear it that day.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not, and I got a price. I do got a price, and I've made money okay like that. Just, you know, but I feel like I really want to wear what I want to wear. Like, I want to dress. So I'm gonna dress. So there's people that have offered me stuff, and I'm looking at that. I'm like, I'm never gonna wear that.
Yeah, I've told people that, hey, do this promo back in the day, you know, and I like the gear, but it's not something that I really do like. Like, I'm gonna wear it. Yeah. So what I tell them is, look, bro, I'm not gonna do that because I don't. That's not my thing. I think it's cheesy, bro. But what, to each his own. I'll spend $100 on your shit. I'll buy it to show support. Yeah. But I'm not gonna get on there and fake that I like your shit and wear your shit, bro. Yeah. I'm not gonna do it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I mean, I gotta really fuck with you. Mm-hmm. I like, if it's my homie, if it's Droops and he's doing his clothing line, even if I don't like it, I'm still gonna do a promo run for him. Yeah. I got boundaries, so I can't just be on there, you know, doing 20 of them every fucking week, dog. You know what I mean? Like, it's
every time you turn on your shit.
It's like, come on, bro. Like,
I think also,
but that's what it is, though. Is what we're saying is the camera now. It's all about the show on the camera. I
think sometimes you get lucky too, right? Like, you have that one that'll, you know, for whatever reason, you're able to. There was somebody that went famous for eating a chicken salad or something, right? Isn't there like a?
Well, we had Frosty on here. He ate a bunch of hamburgers. He went famous for that.
That you are.
Nah, but he did. No, but he's doing his shit though now.
Yeah, Frosty's.
But I mean, sometimes if you get lucky, shout out Frosty though. Sometimes if you get lucky, you know, you can get some kind of like crazy endorsement like that.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? But yeah, more often than not, it's just like people know you for that thing. You know, I feel bad. The one I feel bad for is that dude, the D's Nuts guy. Like, cause that fool, that fool just be stumble drunk around Vegas sometimes.
He's a brother, right?
Yeah. And I feel bad, man. Like, he's like, damn, you know, he's doing his thing, charging for autographs and shit like that. You know what I mean? To take a picture, there we go. You'll charge whatever. People will come up like, these nuts, like, dude, you know. He's like, hold on.
I'm gonna switch it up a little bit.
Go ahead.
You got any rap beef? Because I know you're a competitor in rapping.
Yeah, huh?
I'm not talking about street like rap beef. Like, have you ever encountered someone that gave you a run for your money?
No, I always say that anybody that I rapped against, like if there was like a call and response, I guess, you know what I'm saying? If it was records traded, it's happened like twice.
Who was the artist?
And they don't rap no more.
Oh, they don't rap no more.
Nah. Like, when I do that, I'm an asshole, bro. When I go there, I go there. That's why I said what you said when we was off camera. I was like, oh, that's you, a motherfucker. Like, it takes one to know one. You know what I'm saying? Like, it takes one to know one.
Yeah, well,
So I go there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll do that. You know what I'm saying? I go there.
I like doing the extras too.
I would honestly say, and then respectfully, one of them, like we cool now. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But he's not really like rapping like that. You know what I'm saying? Like really to put. So it would just that would be disrespectful.
Do you have any in the vault? Any diss tracks in the vault?
Nah.
No.
Anytime I've ever done anything like that, it's a spur of the moment, and it's just because I'm feeling a certain way, and I spill out about whatever.
Do you ever think? Because I'm competitive too. Sometimes, do you ever think when you're in a studio, you ever got someone like right now that you're like, man, I wish I just go in on them just to show that I'm you know what I mean?
No, because I think that I feel like the way that you do that, like try to assert your dominance, is my resume is every week. Like nobody, there's nobody that can keep up with that. There's nobody. So that's every week. There's people that have tried, like, I'm going to go on a 3-week run or 4-week run.
Right.
And then something will happen. They'll get a flat tire to the studio, whatever the case is. And that's it. And so we've been doing this 323 weeks. I think my resume speaks for itself.
Wow.
I'm just goddamn good at rapping. But I would say also, no, because that's corny for me, because, like, I'm genuinely happy, like, to see my contemporaries do well for themselves. Like, when I see the homie Scheme doing, shout out to homie Scheme.
Oh, yeah, shout out Scheme.
When I see Scheme doing what he's doing, when I see the Yodis doing what they're doing, you know what I'm saying? I'm like happy to see fools like winning. You know what I'm saying? My thing is like, bro, do your shit. Absolutely. Yeah. I come in peace all the time, but I leave a motherfucker in pieces. You know, like just bar work, like straight bar work. Nobody want this work, and it has nothing to do with like I'm just on some MC shit. No, but I come in peace. Like, that's why I'm good, bro. Like I congratulate and applaud. You know, when I have somebody that I'm cool with, that I see them like making a move, I'm like, bro, I text them like, bro, good shit, dog. Congratulations on that. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool. I'm genuinely, I think for me what it is like, it took like almost 3 years before we had that viral moment on TikTok. And then it's been like another it's been over 3 years now since that happened. So like I rap full time, quote unquote, now, I guess, you know what I'm saying? But like it's taken a lot to get to this point. So for me, I'm so like happy because I built a lane for myself where my fans are my fans. I have people that tune in every single week for what I'm doing. We drop merch drops. I've done merch collabs. Shout out to homies from May Skate, Ontario. I got a cool Ontario cap with my 40 ounce Friday insignia over where the eye would be on Ontario. Like that was a really cool collab for me. I'm very, you know, we got another one coming. We got a shirt actually. We got a shirt coming. But like when I do that, we do sales. Like we sell, and it's not. I'm not gonna sit here in front. I'm not gonna try to blow myself up to something I'm not. You know what I'm saying? But we do, you know, however many, you know, few dozens of pieces or whatever the case is, and they all sell.
They go.
You know what I'm saying? So like we're doing fine, and I'm not selling. Like the hat, I think the hat was 45. I think 45 plus tax. That was the retail point on that one. So it's not like I'm selling, you know, like, you know, the $15 t-shirts don't exist no more. No. It costs $15 to get them motherfuckers done. Yeah. At least, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, when we do that, we sell out. You know, every person that I've ever done a collab with, they've all made their money. Like I've taken losses on certain ones where I've just like, I got a couple pieces left over or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But everybody I've ever worked with has got paid. And I take pride in that shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's been built off of that thing I do every week. So I think that the reason that, you know, it works for me and for what I'm doing is because at this point, if you follow me, you know, like, oh yeah, by 9 a.m. on a Friday, like I got something hot and ready. Yeah. Right? And so like I have my following that taps in for it specifically. I think to grow it beyond it, yeah, we just dropped High Socks, and like I said, I still stand by that.
Yeah.
That body of work, I have not heard nothing yet that I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, all right, you got me. Let me respectfully bow. I have not heard a single body of work where I'm like, oh no, you got me, bro. Absolutely not. I've heard some dope shit. Like people are creating right now, and that's a beautiful thing because I think that sometimes it's drop, and most of it's bullshit. But like right now, like Yodi Landia, like the Yodis did their thing, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like I'm happy for it. Like that, you know what I'm saying? For Mr. Jerry Westmont, you know what Scheme's doing. Like we had talked about that like a year ago. I was like, yo, bro, you know how you do the Jerry Westmont shit? I'm like, yeah, you should do like the logo or the hood shit. Like you should run with that, you know? And he's like, we was just talking about that, Has. I think I'm gonna have to, I'm gonna have to do. So I was just with him probably like 2 weeks before, maybe 2 weeks before his shit dropped. I got a verse in. It didn't make the cut, but I think we're gonna do some. Excuse me. I think we're gonna do something with it. We were talking or whatever. He was telling me he wants to shoot a video or some shit. But
yes.
yeah, I mean, like, I don't know, bro. I'm too focused, like, on continuing to give my fan base what it wants.
Yeah.
That I don't care. And I like where I come from when it comes to like a competitive standpoint is like it's got to be a little bit personal.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it can't. I don't hate on no man, bro. I can't do it. I can't worry about the next. That's to me. It's just weird. It's like to have that much negative energy like in your body is crazy to me. I genuinely, you know what I mean? I just smoke my weed and chill, bro.
Some of the ones before you were guys like that. In the Latino, what we say, bar work, hip hop, if you want to say. Not the mainstream stuff, but like Psycho Realm.
Shout out.
I think him. Tell me if I'm wrong. Self-Provoked. You remember him?
Self-Provoked.
Self-Provoked.
I was just chopping up with him like a month ago.
Yeah, Self-Provoked. Omar Cruz.
Omar Cruz. Shout out Omar Cruz. So Omar Cruz had his run while I was locked up.
Okay.
So I remember hearing about Omar Cruz. But then by the time I came home, I was like, hey, I remember saying like there was like a Mexican rapper I was hearing about.
He was dope.
You know what I'm saying? And then I think
he was like radio, getting close.
He was following me at some point on IG. I remember we exchanged DMs. He's been cool.
And then you got the campaign. That was a crew they were around.
They were going Ghost. Crazy when that was when I met Dodger. So Dodger was a part of the campaign.
Icon was part of that too.
Icon.
And then you had I Suppose. He was at a San
I Suppose wasn't part of the campaign.
No, but they were doing
around the same
in the Valley.
Around the same time.
Was there all the hip hop Reveries in that crew?
I remember Reverie was around that at the time as well. Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of people. I just real quick. Rest in peace, my boy EQ. He was very fundamental in that scene. And he recently passed, man. So, shout out to his widow. That sounds crazy to even say, but shout out to his wife, Monica. She's really held him down in a very respectful way.
Salute.
You know what I'm saying? So he chose right, Homie's no longer with us. But he was very fundamental in that whole scene. I met a lot of people and knew of a lot of people. I know the
name.
You named because of EQ.
Yeah.
So when I came home, he was a person that helped me. A lot of people were like trying to dig in my pocket. EQ gave me like free studio time. Like
nice.
You know what I'm saying? He did a lot for me. He went to bat for me. At that time, I was doing that. I was trying to like call out rappers and shit. You know what I'm saying? But, so he went. He went to bat for me a lot because I would just pop off at the mouth and say some wild shit. At any rate,
just a little bit.
That was those dudes. Yeah.
History,
so when I came home, the campaign had it cracking. That was how I met Dodger. Yeah. He was part of the campaign. And that was me still trying to figure out. Like the weird thing was, I went away in 2006. Really, I was out for a little bit, but. So it's 2012, and I didn't understand what the sound was. You know what I mean? Like beats sounded weird to me sometimes. What was in at the time,
right?
I just couldn't get with it. It was all the.
It kind of went to the trap. That little. It was like hip hop, and then because I came in around that time, and I remember I was juggling like rapping the boom bap beats, and then all of a sudden, with G and them, with King J, it kind of went to the trap.
It was the more bouncy shit.
Yeah, more bouncy shit. And then you had to jump on that. And then it keeps changing every 3 to 5 years. I feel like it really
Shit,
switches,
right now it might be the music's so, like you said, it's so fast. I mean, sometimes it's 6 to 18 months, bro, and the shit's just dead. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're like, damn, what happened to that sound? And you'll think about it. That was only 2 years ago, bro. That wasn't even.
Yeah, it's done.
You know,
yeah.
so I mean, that's the only problem I think with like having that kind of pace. You know, oh, I dropped 6 albums this year. How much of that did you? You probably could have trimmed that bitch all the way down to 2 really great albums. Had a DMX year, right? Like 2 albums, 2 albums number 1 in a year, right? But
now they don't even do that. They'll just drop video after video, you know. And like you said, I don't say it because I'm older. I just think that it's a little bit watered down. Like you said, if they would take the 10 songs and really pick the one that they wanted, and then push that record out, then it'd have more meaning and more power with pushing that one record.
And I don't like, the other reason I don't like that approach is because I feel like it becomes disposable. Like people feel that music is disposable. Oh, he dropped, you know, whatever it was, like 80 some records, you know, this year. He dropped, you know, 100 singles, whatever it was, right? And it becomes, it's like, it's all about the prolific side of things. And like, I think probably the person that we saw that really happened with was like Wayne, right? Like Lil Wayne with the mixtapes and stuff. Yeah. But I just feel like with him, he was pushing boundaries lyrically. Like he was getting better as a rapper the longer he went. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah. He's
okay. So
the lyricist.
So my thing, bro, is like, what are we doing if like that dude was really fucking good at rapping? Is you know what I'm saying? But at that time was like the best person putting words together, right? He was doing shit, he was testing boundaries and shit, and it was just like, I don't even know if that works. And I said, no, that's kind of fly, that's dope, you know? And he's just killing shit. Yeah. But so then it became, oh, that's the standard, that's what you got to do. Well, not everybody's that creative. Not everybody's on that correct mix of lean, weed, and pills.
Fuck,
you know what I'm saying?
Less than 1% of the world, dog.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like what you get is people trying to mimic that. That's really all any of this is people trying to do mixtape Wayne shit, but they're not mixtape Wayne. You know what I'm saying? Every once in a while you have fools that go on crazy runs, and it's usually the southern fools because they usually got that kind of grinding ethic from the fact that it's a lot of independent shit out there, right? But you'll like Gucci did that coming off of one of his.
They're
like,
not even close to Wayne, dog.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no, but Gucci, no, but Gucci's run, like when that last time he came out and he was like really prolific, I was like, oh shit, Gucci's rapping. What the fuck's going on? And then I seen him at like some weed cup shit. I can't remember. Burner was there. And and Gucci was there.
I was talking about people in our genre. I mean,
but I'm saying like the prolificness. They're all chasing that though. Yeah. Everybody, even if it's subconscious or if anybody thinks that thinks that that's what the game is, they're all trying to chase Wayne, even if they don't realize it. So he's a one in a however many million, person. So you're not going to be able to do that. Not like that. Not at that rate and have it be good. I think a lot of people would be doper at rapping if they took their time with it.
Yep, I agree.
Or the whole, I don't write shit down. Like, well, I don't either, bro, but I know what I'm going to say before the fucking mic turns on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't write it down. It's here. But I skipped that step, but it's here, though. I know what I'm about to say. I'm not like, punch me in a bar at a time and I bet care.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I hear a lot of that, and I'm like, what are we doing? There's no, everything sounds the same. Everything you spin in a block, everything, you know.
It's all the same.
It's all the same.
It's all gang today.
And it's just like,
it is what it is.
And it's like, you get to a point where you're like, damn, bro, is that all this is? That's all this worth? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I guess world, because we came up on shit that we're like, bro, we feel like some of this music changed the world. It changed the way I thought about shit. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? There's Pac records that I'm like, yeah, I need that.
A lot of shit, a lot of records.
You know what I'm saying? There's Pac records, there's Biggie records,
there's Dog Pound records that changed my life.
I fuck with some Scarface shit.
So that shit changed,
yeah.
That one, was this? I seen a grown man die.
For me,
that
it's
one's
like Mob
tough,
Deep.
bro.
I mean, it's a lot of the Mob Deep shit.
Who's your top 5 overall?
Fuck, I can't, bro.
East Coast and everything mixed. Top
That's
5.
crazy. I don't even know.
Top 5.
And what artists? Like rappers?
Yeah, top 5.
I don't know, fool. It changes every day.
I mean, you gotta have a playlist. Like when you go home,
That's what I was wondering.
Who you bumping?
Who you listen to?
Like who?
You know who I listen to? Who I really listen to? On the regular? Who I like to listen to? Pop Smoke.
That's dope. He's dope.
I fuck with Pop Smoke. I like to listen to Pop.
Yeah, Pop Smoke.
Because I never heard anything from him until he died. And I won't lie about that. I'm not going to sit here in front. I remember hearing the name, and I think I might have heard a freestyle or something. Maybe the Dior video, I seen a piece of it. I had not heard.
That fool had a crazy voice.
Music.
Crazy voice.
So when I heard the actual music, I was like, oh, this is what he sounds like? Oh, I'm on board. This is hard. Pop Smoke is dead. If I'm not mistaken, he did a freestyle, like right before he died, he did a freestyle for LA Leakers or whatever, that Just Incredible or whatever. I don't know if it was still LA Leakers at the time. But right before he died, he did one, right? And I feel like I might have seen that maybe right before he passed. And then he passed, and I was like, oh, that's some bullshit. So then I'm like going back and kind of going through it. And there's not a lot. That's the only thing. There's not a ton of music from him, but there's a good enough amount.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not a ton. You know, he it's unfortunate. He was a kid still, bro.
20s.
I don't even think he was 21.
Yeah.
I don't even think he made it 21.
20s, yeah, 20s.
He was a fucking baby kid, bro. And it's like, fuck. You know? So I listen to a lot of his shit. I fuck with him.
Who's number 2?
On my playlist?
Yeah. Got Pop Smoke, and then what's the next song right after? Because I know there's one.
Yeah, somebody's in there.
Probably some Nipsey shit.
Nipsey shit, okay.
Probably some Nipsey.
All right, two
Nas, Tupac.
Yeah, definitely.
Now I'm just thinking of my recently played Nas, the Clips.
Nas, yeah.
Clips, because I like the new shit that the Clips dropped. That's dope. The single.
I like that one
project.
record from Nas. What is it? The Backwards?
Rewind?
Rewind, there you go. That's it. That's the exact name. Yeah.
Rewind was on Stillmatic. I remember listening to Stillmatic. I remember not knowing why, you know, Nas was dissing Jay-Z completely. I was like, oh, this is this is crazy. This is real in the field. I remember that shit comes on because you know how the fucking song starts. It's like, fuck.
Yeah. That's how the album starts.
Yeah.
And you just like, oh, that's what we doing, huh? All right. I remember like loving. I played the hell out that album.
Hell yeah,
Nas is still Nas is still a big one for me. Eminem, like some of the newer stuff, I think is like I trip out on because I'm like, how does he do it at this age? You know what I'm saying? I trip out because I'm like,
he's still been getting millions of views. Like
some of the newer stuff, I just don't even understand though, because like, and what I mean by that is like, I think he's a legend. I think he's a certified legend. I think anybody tries to like knock him or whatever is just wants to have a catchy take or whatever. The fool could rap, homie.
Oh man!
And I've seen him live. Like I seen him live one time, and I was like, that was impressive. You know what I'm saying? He had that to rap that many hits, live vocals, no backing tracks, live, like that shit was to the point that they tried to accuse him in Rolling Stone. I remember they tried to accuse him of lip syncing. They were like, the vocal was too clean. I was like, no, that was live. That was, you could hear it. You know, you could hear it at certain points, but it was really good. I was really impressed. So like to me, he's forever a GOAT. But I just find it interesting, like the double time shit, because I didn't feel like he did that when he was younger so much. You know what I mean? I feel like as he got older, he's kind of leaned into the double time and triple time shit and the chopping his flow and all that like crazy fast stuff. I just get dizzy. I'm like, how does he rap like that, bro? I'm slow, dog. I'm like, somewhere between 85 and 100 at the most on the BPMs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Keep that shit easy breezy, homie. I'm rapping like Mr. Slow Flow. Or what is it? Evidence. I think he has that song, Mr. Slow Flow. That's a dope beat. But yeah, like I don't know. I ain't rapping that quick. But yeah, he would be in there somewhere. DMX. All the bigs. You know what I'm saying? Big L, Big Pun, Notorious B.I.G. Them fools.
You listen to a lot of music and art culture?
Nah,
Latino?
bro, like rap wise?
Yeah, rap wise.
Nah. I mean like the Psycho Realm.
Yeah.
Like the Psycho Realm and Cypress Hill was it, but I never considered them like that. I don't know. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you consider them. I know what you're saying.
I didn't even look at it that way. I thought they were just like a regular group. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Regular. I remember when I was little, I remember knowing like all the words to like the few rap songs that we did have,
Like La Raza.
You know what I'm saying? I knew every word to Lighter Shade of Brown on a Sunday afternoon.
Are you Mexican?
Yeah.
Oh, you are Mexican.
So I knew every word to yeah. So my grandparents are immigrants here, so I'm second generation.
Okay.
But I'm from like Jalisco and the F. So I knew every word to like Lighter Shade of Brown.
Sunday afternoon.
So on a Sunday afternoon, Latin Activity, and then like even later, like when he was like DJing on the radio but still making music. Yeah. He had like a
we had a beef,
like a sunny day shit. You had it with ODM,
dude. I was in there in Riverside a long time ago. I gave him my demo. He threw it in the trash.
Yo,
we talked about it on the pod.
In front of you? Like threw it in front of you?
Not like that. I'll just exaggerate, but yeah. I told him on the pod, I'm like, what's these? I didn't remember doing that. And I was like, well, you didn't throw it in the trash, but you put it to the side. That's like the same thing.
I mean, it's hard, right? It's.
But he was DJing, is what I'm saying, from the radio station.
Oh, yeah.
It was at a place called, it was a nightclub at the Tyler Mall. It was a Japanese restaurant.
Okay.
But it was called, God darn it. It was really nice, though. The owner used to come, pull up in the, the Lambos and all that. And then he would be right there doing his DJ thing, man.
Yeah.
Salute ODM, man.
Salute.
I would listen to him on the radio. I thought he was the blueprint for a lot of stuff, right? I would listen to. I knew every word to like that, right? I knew when what's his stupid ass name? What's that the Trump voter fool? And I usually don't care about politics. He's just corny to me. MC Magic.
Oh yeah.
When I remember when it was before it was MB Riders, it was Nasty Boy Click. Like that was their first group name, right? And I remember they had a record like that I knew the words to. You know what I'm saying? That's one.
Sing it.
And I don't fuck with and I don't fuck with. I think that dude's corny, bro. But it just is what it is. But I could say that was one that I knew. I remember there was like some little hood rat that I was trying to holler at, and she was like a big little rap fan. So she showed me some of rap stuff. But by that time, I had already been listening to like all the Cash Money stuff and the East Coast stuff, like because. Since I was little, I fuck with him now. It's crazy. Like I got a relationship with Julio G, but I grew up on that fool. So he was at 92.3 The Beat playing Bling Bling on the radio. You know what I'm saying? Playing Back That Ass Up on the radio. And I'm like, oh, this is hard. I need this. I'm at Tower Records with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me get 400 Degrees. And so, Getting the Block is Hot. I remember Wayne before people were like on his nuts like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I remember that. I had that. The Block is Hot at 400 Degrees. The Hot Boys album. Fuck. But you can see it's like them looking down at the camera and shit, right? There's that whole sound like was big for me around that time when I was maybe 12, 13. And then also a lot of East Coast stuff. Mainly Wu-Tang and Mobb Deep. Yeah. Like Wu-Tang, Mobb Deep, right? And then I remember I had like an Outkast album because they had that Sorry Miss Jackson song. I like that song. Yeah. So I had that album, right? So like I was really like my ear, I'm 12, 13 at that point. Right, I had the Miseducation, Lauryn Hill. That wasn't even mine. That was my sister's. I was stealing from her all the time. And I'll take it from her. Give me my Lauryn Hill CD back. You know what I mean? But she was rhyming, and I just remember listening like
that shit was tight.
How does she rap like that? Since I was little, you know. And then like I remember when Fabulous first came out.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like I remember listening to that. Like how does this fool rap like this? So then by the time I think I was 15, I remember because I remember the Heina I was trying to holler at. I was 15 years old, and she showed me Little Rob. Well, I mean, it was like a whole different.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just sonically, it was like, what's he doing? Like what? I don't understand it.
Yeah.
I really didn't. It was weird. I'm like, yeah, he talks like some older people I know.
Right, the lingo is different.
Like he talks like the homies I know. Don't get me wrong. Oh, he talks like the homie over here. But like I'm just kind of like, like I don't know. I couldn't like right. I was kind of like just because from the time that I was like 11, 12 years old, I'm listening to what I was listening to. Right. And so then I remember hearing that Psycho Realm because of the Cypress Hill shit. I remember going in for at the time they had that big song, the Rap Superstar. And
Right,
then they did
Cypress Hill had it,
the
yeah,
Rock
yeah.
Superstar, whatever. And I remember going in like for that, you know. But then like them telling me like, oh, if you like this, you'll like this. Psycho Realm.
Psycho Realm, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Which like full circle moment. And because that was when I was like hungry for music. Shout out Jack, man. Like it was kind of cool. I got a lot of people hitting me up that was DMing me and shit, and they were like, yo, Sick Jack and like posted your 40 ounce on his story. I was like, yeah. I chopped it up with him just real briefly on a DM, and he's very gracious. So shout out Jack, man, because that was, you know, one of the first things that I listened to. You know what I'm saying? Like that when I was like hungry for music, like really like trying to discover more rap music. Like I was in love with the shit. You know what I mean? So I would go try to listen to whatever I could. Like if you had, I'd take CDs, I'd be trying to like trade them with people. It was right at the beginning of like, oh, burn me a CD. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like right there. It was right at that the beginning of that, right, where you started to get a lot of that. And like, hey, fool, burn me such and such, download me
if
such
you had a
CD.
burner too, like if you had the machine, you were making money.
Yeah.
$2 a pop. Burn the CD and be like, here, I got it for $2. You
All
know?
day.
All day long,
And so
bro.
like,
For real.
and so I remember it was like the beginning of that. You still have to buy music though.
Yeah,
So I remember
yeah.
like trading people, like you know, the one homie had like a lot of the East Coast stuff. That was where I would hear all of that shit from. And so like I'll trade him. He had a DMX, a Wu-Tang, and the Nas, the Stillmatic.
I saw all three of them in one spot.
That's fire.
At Anaheim Pond back in the 90s.
That's fire.
It was Wu-Tang, DMX, and Mobb Deep. And,
Fire as fuck.
DMX came flying out of a like at the top of the building on a harness. And I was like, fuck, the fuck?
I know.
You
I think Method Man and Redman did that too.
And then he didn't use no lyrics, and I was like, they don't use lyrics. Like, then that's where I learned.
Oh, like rapping live?
Like, yeah, dude. I
Yeah.
was like, what the fuck?
Raw
man?
shit, right?
Yeah, they don't
That's
use
why
no lyrics, dog.
You know what trips me out when I hear fools rap over their whole shit?
Shit is
And
corny,
I'm
dog.
not even
Corny. I said it. Corny.
I don't even got to go that far because it just, to anybody listen to this, okay? Any rapper, if you're gonna perform live and you're gonna rap over the entire track, okay, that means the one that you recorded, the one that they're playing on iTunes right now, the one playing on Spotify, whatever the case is, and you're just gonna rap to the whole track, and you're gonna pause on certain parts, and then you're gonna jump back in and whatever. 3 or 4 things. One, it doesn't sound good. The vocals clash. Especially because a lot of people have a shit ton of like reverb and or auto-tune on their stuff. Unless you have a mic with the same amount of auto-tune and reverb, which if you don't have a Travis Scott budget, you're not doing that, right? So unless you have a mic with a shit ton of reverb and auto-tune into it, it's going to sound bad because it's going to clash. You're not going to sound like your auto-tune self, right? So the frequencies usually clash and they drown each other out. It doesn't sound good. It doesn't sound more clear. Nothing. You don't have to be the strongest like live performer, like where you're like real, like you're real big with your voice. When I get on stage, like that shit's easy, bro. And I do. There's levels to this shit. I got a real big voice, and I can stand on stage, and I could, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that being said, like I know some people, they're just not. They're like maybe a little more cool, calm, collected. But even if you're that kind of artist, no backing track. The person that I will point to that did that had a phenomenal performance is go watch YG at the last Rolling Loud. Phenomenal, like textbook. No backing track. He has a couple like ad libs and parts in there. The hooks are in there,
cool.
but on the verses, it's not. And he doesn't have like a super big live voice. He's real kind of cool with it, but it still sounds 10 million times better than if he was trying to rap over the whole song.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I'm saying? It sounds so much.
I mean,
and
if you gotta take a break.
I would use that example because he makes ratchet, turned up. You know what I'm saying? Super high energy music. He's got like a real cool laid back flow. Right? Those are all of the things supposedly that like prevent somebody like him from being quality live performer if they don't have the whole song playing, right? And like they had the vocals backed out and it sounded amazing. Like it just sounded good. It does. Whoever's out there thinking and rapping over their whole song is going to give them some kind of advantage, or it does not sound good. And if you don't know your words without that backing track, shame on you.
Even worse.
Like, that's your song. Shame on you. I don't care if you pieced it together one punch at a time. You should have taken that motherfucker home and memorized that bitch until it was stone cold backwards, until somebody could put on a different beat and you could rap that verse to it. Remix the shit, whatever. You should have that shit down cold. And I promise you, it does not sound good rapping over your shit. I've had a few people like hit me like, "Hey, bro, you don't rap over your word." No, like no. Yeah. I keep the hook vocals on. So
I do now, but I don't do the verses. I gotta catch my breath, dog. Yeah, I mean, I gotta catch my breath,
so I'll leave the hooks on, but I don't do the verses.
No verses.
I can't. You and again, it doesn't sound good, bro.
Yeah. If you got a good hype man, it's cool.
I'm usually dolo.
Yeah.
I'm usually dolo.
Me too, though.
The only time I'll bring somebody on stage for like the bigger festival stages I've done. So I did like Burning Trees. I did Noise and Toys. Those were both in Adelanto. Yeah. And I brought the homie on stage and homies on stage. Let me see. I'm gonna probably have a hype man for Rhymefest. I'm doing Rhymefest August 16th.
Okay, where's that one?
Shout out Scooby. That's gonna be at the Coliseum.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So that shout out Scooby.
On the 16th of July?
Yep. No, August.
Yeah,
okay. 16th. August 16th. August 16th at the Coliseum. Come through. Exhibit, Dilated Peoples. This is a really packed lineup. Yeah, packed lineup.
Can I ask you? I wanted to ask you one more. Yep. Where do you see your whole brand and you in 3 to 5 years? Where do you want to be? Not where do you see yourself?
For whatever that means today, I would say household. I got a few things kind of cracking as far as like 40 Ounce Fridays. I own the name. 40 Ounce Fridays. I own the domain, the .com. 40 Ounce Fridays. I own the name. I own the LLC that I put stuff out on. We have a logo like behind the name. I've kind of quietly put my legal stuff in order. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I'm looking for it to be household. We're gonna be like branching off. Music is always gonna be my thing. Cause I love it. I got hip hop tattooed on my wedding finger. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I love making music. I love creating. So it'll always be kind of the center of what I do. But we got a lot of things coming to where like if you really rock with me, you rock with what I'm doing, you think like I get this a lot. Like, yo, bro, how are you not more quote unquote, how are you not more on, or how are you not more famous, how are you not bigger? You should be bigger than so and so and whatever. I always tell them like this, just support what I'm doing, bro. Don't worry about nobody else. If you really fuck with me, just support what I'm doing, bro. When we do these merch drops, help me sell them out. And they do. And shout out my supporters, man. Like I got people, from around the world that really tap in with what I'm doing, London to Canada, down to Chile, Peru, all through Mexico. A couple of deported homies that stay posting content of their own. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to homie Spanks. He's out in TJ doing the Deported Life channel.
Oh, shit.
And he's thriving out there, though. He's doing really well. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to homie Spanks.
Oh, he's got a channel.
Yeah, he's got like a YouTube channel. It's like he kind of shows you what it's like to be, a homie that got deported.
Oh, that's
crazy.
Know what
I'm saying? It's dope,
that's
though.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's really interesting. And, he came across my stuff. His nephew runs that podcast. I feel terrible right now. Yeah, fuck it. Good looking out, bro. What's the name of that podcast? Damn, my bad, bro. I feel terrible right now. It's the weed, but I done a podcast.
No plug, huh?
I did I feel terrible right now, Pedro. You don't even know. The Lit Outlet. The Lit Outlet.
Yeah, the Lit. I've heard of them.
The Lit Outlet. Yeah.
The Lit. Cool. Why they sound? They got like a little orange in their thing. Yeah. Screw you guys that want to bring me on.
For real?
I'm just kidding. Nah, they're cool. Look, that's at the Lit Outlet, right?
The Lit Outlet.
Yeah.
So shout out. I did an interview with him and the homie Spanks. Really, that's his uncle, and they're just cool people, man. Like real cool, humble people. I did a couple cool vlogs with the Lit Outlet. Yeah, I was feeling terrible. I was like, nah, come on.
I got them on Instagram. They're cool.
But I mean,
they're like coming up. They're growing.
Yeah, and the homie Mo, he be doing his thing. But he kind of like, and the reason why I really rock with him is he's a cool dude. He's a funny guy. But he doesn't, he doesn't lean into any kind of salacious bullshit. Like that's what pushes the views ultimately. You know what I'm saying? I wish it didn't, but it's true.
It's true.
I mean, it is what it is. It's part of the game.
Hey, TV's no good without a little bit of action, bro.
I mean, we even had Jerry Springer back in the day,
but
right?
even then, even like Days of Our Lives, little shows like the Andy Griffith Show, they all got some type of plot, bro. There's something in there that you're tuned in for.
You ain't wrong.
You know, and if you don't got that little bit, then it's gonna be a hard road.
So I would say household though. I just feel like what I got coming, the merchandising stuff behind the 40 Ounce Fridays name. It's a universe I'm trying to bring people into.
That's cool.
So we're talking everything from like stuffed animals and action figures to an animated series. Like I'm doing a lot.
That's cool,
yeah,
man.
so like I'm trying to build my little empire for real. And
have like a 40 Ounce Friday comic book.
Oh yeah, all that.
Yeah,
all that.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah, all of that. That's already like. I'll show you.
Oh, okay.
That's already I've been working, bro. I've been working. I just kind of quietly do my thing, bro. I don't worry about. I can't worry about nobody else.
That's good.
You know what I'm saying? I'm so focused on what I'm doing, so happy doing it that I'm like, bro, I'm in a blessed position. You know what I'm saying? So 3 to 5 years, I want to say household. You know, I want people to really, and I got like some really cool goals like that I would love to do on the like being a fucking good person and contributing to society. There's a few things I really want to do with the brand and the name. So, you know, I'm really looking forward to that. So hopefully a household name, you know, the 40 Ounce Friday, what I would say is, I go by Hazard, you know, to the fucking mic. AKA Mr. 40 Ounce Fridays, right? 40 Ounce Fridays is a movement that I feel like I kind of got the ball rolling on. I drop music as Hazard, as an artist. And we also have the merchandising side, which is my brand called Drinkers. And through those entities, through me releasing music, through the 40 Ounce Fridays kind of umbrella brand, and through the Drinkers merchandising brand, like I really want to kind of, you know, plant my flag.
Yeah, it's cool.
And like I said, through Drinkers, it's a play off of the, you know, whole 40 Ounce Fridays thing, but I'm through Drinkers. I want to do like some real cool shit. Like I said, the end game for this for me is like to kind of kick my feet up in like 30 years. I'm in late, so I'm gonna be like, you know, viejillo and shit, right? But I'll just be chilling. Like I want to chill. Like, look what I built. Like this is kind of cool, right? So I think in order to do that, you got to do it the right way. So I mean, it might take a little while. And I might,
dog, the new 30, the new 37 is a new 22.
Fuck it, you know. Yeah. And look, and I don't do drugs.
As long as you stay in shape,
you know. So
you know?
I'm not shout out, you know what I mean? Because like years of abuse is a thing. You know what I'm saying? Like that, you know, I can wear on a person.
It catches up for sure.
You know what I mean? I just be smoking my weed, even with the drinking now. Sometimes the 40 ounces is the only thing I drink all week.
Do you want to go on tour? Like
yeah,
tour?
Absolutely,
tour
definitely. I really want to do that. I really want to do that. So we're looking to really start trying to hit the road here the next year.
Okay.
We dropped High Socks. We feel good about it. Want to drop a couple more that are like a little more up tempo. High Socks was just like pure rugged hip hop. I'm proud of it.
Yeah.
Proud as fuck. But I think
hit the road and start fucking some bitches.
Yeah, I think so, bro.
For real.
What happened?
Hit the road and start fucking some bitches, bro.
I'm married, doggy.
Oh shit, my bad.
Married, bro.
It's all good. I'm married. I'm married too.
I got a couple like sin vergüenzas around me. They'll clean up. They're gonna clean up nice.
They're gonna clean up nice.
They are, fool. Like as it is, I remember going. It's funny the transition I made from like smoking weed from drinking to smoking more. Like I've always smoked, I've always drank, but I was definitely more of a drinker at a point. And then moving over to smoking. At first, the way it happened was because I would go to events and shit, and they're always giving me free weed. Yeah. And I'm not a greedy person. I didn't smoke like that. So I had more than I could smoke. So I'd always kick it to the homies. Like, they love me for that shit. Like, hey, bro, I don't know, take this. And when you're like in that side of the industry, you always have weed.
Oh, yeah.
Always. So you always got a sample from someone. You always got something. So even if you're the most greedy motherfucker, that shit's gonna go bad on you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even if you're the most greedy fool, you smoke everything, you're gonna have shit that goes bad. Why keep it for? So I get that shit out. I was going somewhere with the story, but I'm too faded.
I was like, you want to take some phone calls?
What?
You ready for some phone calls? Are you sure?
I don't know. Is that what we do here?
Yeah, that's what we do here.
That's what we do here.
That's the closeout. But any phone calls you don't like, just tell us to hang up.
Well,
Or however.
You see one.
Because they getting thirsty for some phone
some of
calls.
them go
Lou,
tough.
set it up.
okay. Or do I put headphones
headphones on.
Yeah, put your headphones on. If you want to hear the phone calls, you got to go in the other room, my brother. If not, then you get to miss out on the days of our lives, juicy stories.
Right?
I'm really faded. Take it easy, yo.
He said take it easy, right?
I know you sparked up about
Take
three of
it
them
easy.
things. But really, it was like 10 joints because those things are big, fool.
And they got are these hash holes? Yeah, and they got the caterpillar in the middle. The rosin, the little worm.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah. I went from drinking the tequila with the worm in the bottle to
To the worm in the joint.
the worm in the joint.
What's your favorite drink? What do you like to drink on, dog? Like, what's your shit? What's your go-to that puts you in the right? You know what I mean?
If I'm at a bar, the way I look at it is because if you go to a fancy ass bar, they might have fancy ass drinks, right?
Yeah.
And they have some cocktail you never heard of, whatever. If I'm at a bar like that and I know that that's what it is, I might Google before, like, what kind of
drinks they have?
spot. Okay, give me that one, the signature shit that you guys are supposed to be good for, right? I'll try that, right? But for the most part, bro, it doesn't matter what kind of bar it is, dog, I'll go rum and diet. That's it. Because you can't fuck that up.
Rum and diet soda?
Rum and diet Coke. Rum and diet Pepsi.
Might as
whatever.
well get cranberry juice in the water.
No, I just rum and diet soda. Cause I know for a fact that if I'm looking at your pour, I'm like, okay, cool, 4 of those and I'm gonna be straight. Or okay, cool, 2.5, I'm gonna have to start watching. Like you got a real heavy pour, you know what I'm saying? But you're gonna know. So and it doesn't matter what kind of fucking place that you're in. If you do a rum, you can be alright.
I do 4 Hennessy drinks, 2 shots, which is 8 shots. I do 2 with pineapple juice, 2 with pineapple juice, and then the last 2 I do 2 cranberry for a total 8 shots.
Sick ass vato.
Yeah, that's what gets. That's the.
See, I fuck with Hennessy, but the problem is I don't know if it's because of the like how sweet it is and like how kind of good it is.
Or something?
Nah, it makes you want to drink that much.
You want to drink more?
Yeah, it makes you want to drink that much.
Yeah,
oh yeah, run that shit.
Yeah,
that's good.
It's true though.
There's never no story. I had a shot of Hennessy and shit went left. No, I drank half a bottle of Hennessy and the shit went left. Yeah. So I think
the beers go down so much smoother after Hennessy.
This was like the beers go down smoother.
That's all I know, bro. Yeah, I'm like.
Hey, look, anything's possible, baby.
The number is listed on the top left corner of the screen. You can see it right here, right above Opina. 213-770-7838. It's also in the chat somewhere. All right, one of the moderators posted in the chat so I could pin it. Go ahead and call in. Do not call in blocked. Do not call in private. Lower your TV. Don't have your dogs barking. All right, and speak directly to the phone, not to the computer. Let's go. Come on, call in.
Fuck, I swear, man, that fucking hospital food's like worse than jailhouse food. You know what I'm talking about, Juice. They give you a fucking peaches and nothing.
I wasn't getting no food.
I'm like, what's for dinner? They're like, for you, peaches, Jello, and a fucking half a sandwich. Well, and I'm over here trying to pay the Filipino nurses off to bring me something. I'll give you $100 if you give me a burger. I can't do that, Mr. Opina.
No food, dog.
That shit is fucking whack.
Well, you getting no food?
Hell nah.
For
when I got shot?
Yeah.
Damn, they
Connecting.
nothing.
That's
They didn't want to give me ice.
Man, I was.
What did they think?
It's ringing.
Nothing.
How long you like that?
623, what up?
2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Hey, what's cracking?
Your butt cheeks.
Video.
What do you say?
Fuck, don't know. Talk to him. Somebody talk to him.
He said, what's cracking? No video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I heard too. I was confused.
That's all he said.
There you go. Number is pinned right there.
It sounded like he was driving.
Yeah. I was like, listen, did they hang up?
They do that.
Wait, so how long did they have you for?
I wasn't there for like almost a month, but for like 2 to 3 weeks was no food, no nothing. No water, no nothing.
At all day.
Connecting.
I paid someone off and got a bag
Yo,
of
what
chips.
up? You're at the hater world.
Man, that's how they're feeling. I got through though. I paid someone off and got a bag of chips.
That's it.
It cost me $7.
My homie brought me a Slurpee because I felt like dehydrated, and that shit came out all the different color. Cause it was.
Oh
the
yeah.
Shit filled up the tube red. I was like, bring me a green one next time.
That's crazy.
Cause it was all green.
So
yeah,
that's fucking hilarious. So there was a reason then. So they had you on a.
Well, they took my spleen out, my intestine, half my intestines. So yeah, there was a reason, but I mean, I was still.
Yeah,
you still like you physically
knowing I need something.
Yeah,
your body knows when it's hungry and thirsty, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Fuck, that sucks, homie. Yeah. Fuck. Well, yeah. I mean, how much they take out?
Yeah.
Like for me, I can't have no salt. That's my enemy because of my. But I like salt, so when they give you like the stuff, they're giving me peaches and they're giving me Jello, and then they're giving me one piece of bread with a half a piece of turkey. Yeah, and that's it. That's my dinner. Yeah, no cap, bro.
That.
And they're like telling me like this has got to be for life. How you got to eat at night. Like
big dog.
Yeah, you know.
I mean, it's tough, right? I mean,
fucking devil over here, dog.
That's wild, Blue.
Yeah. Hey, no lie, bro.
Hey, this fool might have done the funniest, coldest shit the whole podcast. Hey, he said, all right, my
Let me tell you
dog.
the breakfast.
That's a different level, dog.
Hey, Hazard, you know what they brought me for breakfast? They said, for your breakfast, we're going to give you a half an egg. And I go, and what else? And a little bowl of oatmeal. I was like, fuck.
Mexico, you're in the building.
Crazy.
Mexico, you're in the building.
Hey, what up, fellas? What's up, homie? Buenas noches.
Buenas noches. ¿Cómo estamos?
What's good?
Hey, all right, Hazard. Hey, send my boy this downer from Orange County, homie. Want to tap in and send mine.
All right,
you know
doggy.
I mean?
Thank you for tapping in, doggy. Where you at? You over there across the border?
Yeah, it's in Mexico.
Yeah, I'm over here in Tijuana, my boy. I've been out here a minute, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Holding it down with my son and shit, but hey, when did you record that video you said? That the viral one with the Wesley Wabbit?
That was like 2017.
Yeah, that's the one that got me fucking with your shit, my boy. You know what I mean?
Appreciate it,
hey, you down to bust a freestyle or what? Or what's the deal? Just wanted to ask.
I'm so high. Give me a few minutes. I'll try to wrap
good,
something
my boy.
up.
Don't even trip. Enjoy yourself.
But I'll try to wrap something up. Yeah, give me a few
mean?
minutes. But I appreciate you down in for real, doggy.
That's right. Hey, good to see you back, Droops, Opina. You know what I mean? Just wanted to send my love down your way, my boy.
That's right, homie. Gracias.
All right, Blue. Have a good one, dog.
All right, doggy. Gracias, huh?
Hey, in other news, Charleston White beats the Island Boy by a TKO.
Oh, yeah, we're watching it.
He fucking better have. He fucking beat. Look, because
look weak.
Did they both look weak?
Fuck yeah.
They got fucking linguine legs, bro.
Run that shit back.
The Island Boy is just going in there getting beat up by everybody, though.
As long as getting paid on.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
Yeah, remember he said, I'll kiss my own brother for $1 million. That's what he did.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna say this. When I first like had this shit go kind of viral or whatever, and a few years ago, they were kind of popping up a lot on TikTok.
Who's that?
The Island Boys.
Yeah.
And I can't tell you the number of people that followed me in their comments were, yo, let's make this famous and not the Island Boys. So shout out to those little weirdos from being the complete opposite of everything I do. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
They really tripped out.
Yeah, I mean, they'll do anything for money, bro.
That shit's...
You know what I'm saying?
How do you look yourself in the mirror?
Fuck, dog.
818, what up?
Yo, what up? Is Heather there?
Fucking Tommy, what's up? What's cracking, doggy?
Nah, I'm just chilling. I want to say what's up to my boy Hazard on the shit. What's up, Drew? The whole everybody
What's
over
good?
there was cracking.
Yeah,
Man, just chilling, dog.
My guy Tommy
just
Tomato,
watching this
though.
whole interview and shit.
Oh, appreciate you, doggy.
Gang.
Appreciate you, doggy. Nah, that
Yes,
fool's been rocking with me for a minute, man. Shout out Tomato. That fool's he's a really good dude. Wears his heart on his sleeve. Fucking every other day he yelling at somebody. But I know where the homie's coming from on it. So it's like, yeah, tomato going tomato. You know what I'm saying?
Salute.
Shout out. Hey, you on the line still, doggy?
Yes, sir. Hell yeah.
Yeah, fucking let's chop it up soon.
Yeah, when you're done, hit me up.
All right, I'll hit you up, and cause I was just thinking about something. My boy that I brought with me has been rolling these J's for me. He's gonna do like a YouTube series, and I was thinking maybe you could be on there. That should probably be funny. He's got like
hell yeah.
He's got like a lot of knowledge of the weed industry and whatnot, and he wants to do some stuff where he basically just like sessions with people, and then has a funny convo. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case is, and then chop it up into an episode.
Yeah, for sure. I'm with it. Hit me up when you're done.
All right,
I'm gonna tune in and keep watching.
All right, doggy.
All right.
All right, good looking up.
All right.
All right, Link.
All right, peace.
Now it's finally getting to me. I think I'm getting contact
Now
high.
you get
Hey,
it.
what's it like living out in the valley? Like it?
They've shown me a lot of love. So when I moved out there, I ain't gonna hold you. I was on parole in love, homie. You know what I'm saying? Like, and at the time, so I had paroled to Chino, and like, which was right next door, right to Ontario. So I paroled to Chino, and like, it was all bad. It was a burn, bro.
303, you're in the building.
What up, Hazard?
What's cracking, doggy? How we doing?
DJ Berserk, homie. What's good?
Chilling, doggy. I'm over here, flying in the sky right now.
Yo, your latest album is so dope, dude.
Thank you, Doug. The High Socks? You talking about High Socks and Lo-Fi?
Yeah, yes, bro.
Thank you, Doug. I really appreciate it, bro. How'd you come across it?
Check it, though. I be on Shade 45, so I'm definitely going to play a song on there.
I appreciate you, bro. Thank you very much, man. Show me a DM if you don't mind.
Sure, man.
What's your favorite song?
So, let me see. I was just bumping it right now. Look. The whole album slaps, though. Like,
No, mom, if you got a favorite song?
Well, I think he's like trying to pull up on his phone.
He's checking it out.
yeah, I was pulling it up. No, I was just bumping I have two that I saved to my favorites.
That's right.
Allow the gentleman's cellular signal to catch up with
Hey,
what he's
man,
looking for.
I'm just over here just asking a question.
Yo, but I'm
Come on,
definitely going
Tom.
to drop one on there, on the mix.
I appreciate you, bro. Thank you very much, man. Like, thank you. I really appreciate it.
You did a promo for me before as a Street Ammo.
Oh, shit. That's the first person. This is the first dude, I think. I think he's the first person that ever paid me to do something. I think. Wait, hold on.
Yeah, you did a promo.
He was like,
You did one of them $25
he was like
ones,
the first five. He was like the first. I think he was like the fifth person to like pay me to wear something on 40 Ounce Fridays.
Okay.
But he was like one of the early ones, and thank you, bro. I appreciate you, dog. Yeah, okay, yeah. How you been, man?
Yeah. Good. I'll DM you when I'm back on the Shade 45 and
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah, I remember Street Ammo. I remember that's the hat you gave me was the perfect shade of blue. I wear a lot of blue. And that hat went with fucking...
I'll send you some more, dog.
That hat went with everything, homie. It was like he had the perfect right shade of blue. That went with like half the shit in my closet, man. But yeah, bro, I appreciate you, doggy. Thank you, man. I really, really do. Thanks for being
a brother. I'll get in touch with you.
Yeah,
soon.
Sounds good, bro. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Right on, man. Salute.
I have a good one.
I'm gonna check out the album. I'll get to it, man.
Let me know if you think anybody got me licked. Like for an album back to front. Let me know if you think anybody got me licked. I haven't heard none yet. I've heard some cool shit.
What are we talking about? Everybody in California or just our culture?
No, everybody.
You want to say, okay.
Everybody. No, I don't play this. I don't play that.
I like the Kendrick Lamar album.
I love GNX. Was that this year, though?
Oh, you're talking about this year?
Yeah, this year. From January to now.
Okay, from January to...
Because I dropped in March.
Okay.
I dropped in March.
So the last 6 months.
Last 6 months.
I'm going to look around.
The last 6 months, and I don't think anybody...
I'm going to hear yours, and
I don't think
see.
anybody going to lick it. I don't think so. And I've heard some shit. I'm going to be honest. I've heard some cool shit.
623, you're in the building.
What's good, Blue Devil? Hey, I got a question for Hazard, something that no one hasn't talked about. You haven't really brought up the diss track you did with Whack that kind of really brought us out when all that was going on with Tiger.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they never... You know what?
Great on that, bro.
What happened?
That's a slept-on diss track. You did great on that.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. Well, I think, like, I said what I had to say about it, and then I felt like it was addressed, and then I was... You know what I'm saying? I don't try to hang my hat on on kind of going to anybody in a negative way. Like, I felt like he had said some things that were unnecessary, and I thought some of them were just disrespectful. And I just felt like there's too much good business and unity occurring in the streets, right? Between people, just people. And so, like, why would you try to discourage that with, like, hateful, divisive comments? And so I felt that way at the time. I still feel the way. I mean, I still feel how I felt in every word that I said. But it's like, I've moved forward. You know, and so I completely forgot, Doggy, to be honest with you. I didn't even think about bringing it up.
I didn't ask the question because
I've been following you for the last few years, bro. So, you know, I was sitting here listening to the interview and noticed that hasn't really been brought up, and I think you were one of the few to speak up when no one really was. You know what I mean? So
I appreciate
I think that should be a notice.
Yeah,
but with all due respect,
you did ask a question.
I didn't want to ask the question. Whoever this is on the line, supporter, because at the very beginning he didn't want to talk about bringing up any type of indictments and going down that road. Them type of guys is all down that road.
Yeah, it's wild. It's
so
wild.
I didn't want to bring up any questions like that. Yeah,
I appreciate it.
Keep
Awesome
it a
hip
buck.
hop. Awesome hip hop shit though.
Yeah,
I understand. Thank you, bro.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So him and that other guy we talked about, I mean,
look,
they ain't worth it.
So this is what I say about the whole Whack 100 thing. And thank you, Doggy. A great question, and I appreciate the spirit that's been asked from. Thank you, bro. I do appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. You guys have a good night.
All right, likewise.
Yeah.
So do you want to talk about it for a second?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah?
It's on you.
All right, so when it came to the whole Whack 100 thing, my thing that I felt like at the time. You got somebody else?
No,
Yeah,
go ahead.
It's cool.
Shut it
It's
off.
no, it's cool. Let him in.
No, I shut it off.
Okay. I just felt like at the time, bro, I felt like I was listening to things being said, and I was like, what the fuck is a clubhouse? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is this? And I'm listening, I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. And then I went into the booth and I told the homie, like, I think I'm gonna talk about the whole thing that I seen to this week. And my boy was like vaguely familiar. Yeah, well, what did he say? So I pulled up like 2 YouTube videos. I'm like, let me not be completely ignorant, but I think I know what happened, right? From what I've seen so far. So we'll watch a couple things, and I'm like, yeah, no, okay, that's what happened. All right, cool. I got what happened. I got what was said. All right. What beat? And at the time, we were still going. This is before, like, my stuff had really. At that point, that first video, him went crazy on TikTok, but, like, it hadn't all carried over to, like, Instagram. I might have had, 5,000, 6,000 followers on Instagram, right? And they were fucking with me. My numbers were jumping every day, but I didn't have a lot of people tuned in. So then when I dropped the Whack 100 thing, it was over the next episode beat. I think it was next episode.
It was that beat or the
and
no, it was over the yeah, that's not the next episode. That's the all the smokers know. No, it wasn't that one. It was another one though.
Is it?
Yeah, it's
Big Eagles.
No, that's a different one. It was neither one of those, but it was that one.
I thought it was next episode. I don't know.
The next episode. That's the next episode.
No.
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Explosive.
Explosive.
That's explosive.
That's the beat you dropped it to.
Explosive.
There you go, Blue.
Explosive. That's kind of,
Yeah.
Okay, explosive.
Yep.
So when you're right. All right,
I know my history.
Thank you, bro. She got me lit. All right, so when I had to put the beat on, he's like, "Oh, that's what you're gonna do it over?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I dropped it like, we did 2 takes. I remember the first take, I was like, that's not polished enough. He goes, it sounds fine. What are you talking about? And I'm like, nah, this might do some numbers. And at the time, I'm thinking like it might get 10, 20,000 views. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, it might do some numbers. This got to be perfect. Like, run that back. So he's like, you sure? Bro, it's a fire take. And it was the first take. I'm like, it could be, my flow was like right here and right here. I could hear it. Just let me do it, bro. You're going to really make me do this over? Yeah, bro, erase that shit. So he erased it, and I did it again. And he looked at me and said, my bad. That was it. Yeah. That was it. So it was the second take that week. But it was that effortless, though. And he was looking at me like, yo, all right. We did it. We posted it. I didn't think nothing of it, bro. I sent it. I didn't know. I remember Bozo had said something about it. And then I remember Homie Tres. Obviously,
Who?
Homie Tres.
Never heard of him.
Am I missing something?
No.
All right. All right. Look.
No. Who is that?
All right. He's a homie that raps. He's from Compton. All right, so the homie Tres was all through the blog pages. I didn't know Tres, but I just tried to shout him out in the beginning of the thing because I felt like it was kind of, there was a moment where it was like, yeah, fuck that fool. Like, yeah, that fool owed me $5 from third grade. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it was just like, anytime I see that, I'm like, why? I don't know this person. If I've never met you, why? You know? So I tried to extend the olive branch, you know, but I didn't know him. Bozo, we had spoken, and we were supposed to like work on music together. At the time, we hadn't yet, but me and Bozo, we had spoken, we knew each other, we had conversations. So I shouted them out and I dropped the shit. I sent it to Bozo. I didn't know Dres's IG, it got deleted or something, so I shot the shit to Bozo. Like, hey, fool, look, just want to let you know, I put your name in it, so I don't want you to feel away. I didn't know how to get a hold of Tres at the time. I'm looking for his IG, the shit don't show nothing. All right, well, fuck, hopefully if it gets out, you'll see it. All right, so I'll post it, but I remember I sent it to Bozo, just like, check this out. I'm going to post it in a little bit. Fucking Vato, dude, he posted on his Instagram. Tags Whack 100, tags everybody who goes crazy. I'm like, my boy, I was supposed to post it first. Oh shit, Spencer, my bad. People fuck with it. I was like, yeah. So I had to like play catch up, right? By like 2 minutes. I posted because he had tagged me and shit, and I'm like, Jesus Christ. So then I posted it, and it got picked up by like some fucking YouTube California hood media. I was like, what's this world come to? We got a YouTube page called that. Okay, cool. They had taken it, they had posted it, and you know, it did some numbers over there. It did like 1 million on my TikTok. A lot of people still come up to me like, yo, hey, homie, that verse was whack. My thing was this: I try to conduct myself and comport myself like the way a homie should. And I think that I'm in the grand scheme of things, I ain't nobody special. You know what I'm saying? But I do feel like there was a time where, like, you know, to be a homie like really meant something, and there was like a lot of honor in that. And so I just feel like sometimes, you know, I get that, like, if you flash out and do something crazy, your shit might go viral and you think that that's the way. But as somebody that's gone viral a few times over, you know what I'm saying? There ain't no checks that come with that. You know what I'm saying? You might get booked for a like with me, I rap my ass off, so I might get booked for a show, and you know, I might get my petty cash there. But it's like, bro, it ain't that lucrative. Like going viral don't, and mind you, I got something that I went viral at the thing that I'm good at and the thing that I want to be good at and the thing that everybody calls in. What is it for? It's the one dude called about the blackout drunk freestyle in my homie's apartment, and then the homie's calling right now about the Whack 100 one, right? So I've built my name. Like, all my viral moments are musically related. It's the dream that I could ask for as an artist. You know what I'm saying? Right. And there's still no crazy checks with that shit. Like, you got to hustle up and get. I do okay because I hustle up for myself. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you still got to go get it. Like, I'm not just laying there with passively making income. You know what I'm saying? I got to go get up and go, you know, get my ass to moving and pay bills, right? But it's like, I just wish that people would see, like, you know, I think Jim Carrey might have said it. I wish that everybody in the world had their wildest dream come true so that they could realize that would not be the answer to everything in their life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really like, and I get it. Like, like you said, it's a look at me culture. And everybody's trying to get the most eyeballs they can because they think that that's going to, you know, make them bread, either by them being more popular, being able to charge more for a show, them being more popping, being able to charge more for a verse, brand, product deals, whatever they're trying, right? Because there's no music, like, there's no money in the actual music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Them YouTube checks is low, man.
Low, doggy.
Them
so
YouTube
it's like
checks is low, man. Mine
doggy.
came in low this month.
You look at it and you're like, fuck, bro, like. And much respect to you guys because you have a platform you've built, so you understand what that takes. But like, ain't nobody a fucking millionaire strictly off of this. You can make some paper, you can have spikes,
yeah, you can make some paper.
And then when that paper comes in, you got to invest it correctly, and that's where that's where your business comes in.
The big paper for like I would say our genre, underground, whatever you want to call it, is not full mainstream. Yeah. The real paper is like when someone's touring, like King Little G.
Oh yeah,
he's gonna make the paper off the tour,
bro. Whatever he gets from the door, whatever merch he's gonna sell, whatever
the tour. And if you're not touring like that, it gets difficult, bro. It's not easy.
It's a tough market. It's a really tough market, bro. So that's the only thing I would say is, like, with the Whack 100 thing, I tried to respond to it, even though it was a rap, even though it was like lyrically, and you know, some people will say like, oh, well, it's a bar in the song. Like, well, no, I said it as a man.
Yeah.
So I try not to go super crazy with, you know, with like the dissing shit, because whatever I say as a man, I mean that shit. Doesn't matter if it was on a fucking song. That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? So I do try to be mindful of that though. You know what I mean? I'm not looking for just any kind of issues or whatever. Like, and with the whack one, it's funny because you had asked earlier, you kind of asked a question where I could have kind of like spoke on that, right?
Yeah.
But it's just so far from my mind that like when people come up to me and they'll mention that verse, I'll be like, oh yeah, that happened.
Oh yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, well, I appreciate you, bro. It lets me know at least they've been like, they're aware of me for at least 2-3 years. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, oh, okay, you've been rocking with me for a minute. Thank you, bro. I appreciate
it's part of the it's part of your built up catalog, dog, and your accolades. You know what I mean? As you grow, there's always certain moments they recognize you.
Yeah, let's do it. 623, you're in the building.
Oh, Baru.
He said he was a pirate.
But pirate.
A certain kind of pirate.
Fuck.
What's that? I think it's Family Guy. Is this some kind of pirate school? He's like, a certain kind of pirate. We've been called that, yes.
The phone lines are still open. If anybody wants to call in, go ahead.
I'm turned off, huh?
Yeah, I'll get a few calls in. I'll take a few more calls, and that's about it.
Give them your Instagram one more time, because we're going to close out here after the next phone calls.
At Imahazerd, the letter I, the letter M, the letter A, Hazerd. The way they had it spelled across the flyer for this episode, like that. That's my Instagram. That's my TikTok. That's kind of technically my YouTube. Is Hazard TV.
And you said you got that show in August 17th?
August 16th. We're at the Coliseum. August 16th. We're at the Coliseum. Rhymefest. Shout out Scooby. We were just at they had like a LRG industry mixer thing yesterday.
LRG is that clothing brand?
Yeah. And it was crazy. They had like it was a dope event. My boy was with me for that one too. That shit was crazy, right? Bro, like they fed us, open bar. I was sad. I had to drive. I was like, damn, bro, I could have done damage. But you know, I drove. So, but it was cool. They had homie Rocka was there. Shout out to OG Rocka of Dilated Peoples. He was sitting there on like a panel. That shit was dope as fuck. It was DJ Rapmatic, and then Rocka and that fool Jay Worthy. You're the rapper Jay Worthy?
Yeah.
And then there was a young lady, I forget her name, but she was like kind of like hosting the panel. But it was them three on stage just talking. And then they had that fool Demrick was there.
Oh, I remember him.
Demrick?
Dr. Dre was involved with him before, right?
At some point, maybe. I know he fucked with Exhibit a lot. He did a lot of shit with Exhibit.
Demrick and Exhibit for sure.
Demrick and Exhibit.
I like Demrick when they had him like at Interscope. They were like,
it was cool last night because I respect what he does. I think he's like a technician with rap. You know what I'm saying? I think like I listen to him. I'm like, yeah, that fool's dope. You know what I'm saying? I just respect. He just had dropped some shit that I thought was really cool.
Did you ever like the Far Eye?
Yeah, I mean that whole era, like all of that, bro. Like I didn't even understand half of it. I didn't have a good CD player, right? Like at the time, and so I'm listening, like you know some of that stuff. Like the mixes
Exhibit, the Far Eye, the licks.
that whole bro, all of that shit. I would say Exhibit probably, if you want to talk about a top 5, I think 2 people that probably belong in it for me in terms of influence would be Exhibit and Ludacris. Or 2 MCs that like I thought when I was growing up were dope for dope. Like I thought their lyrics were hard, and I remember listening to their albums and playing shit back. Ludacris and Exhibit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like to the point where like I don't know. I know a lot of people didn't like the Man vs. Machine album. You know what I mean? Or I've met people. I like that one. I've met people that didn't, don't or whatever. And I'm always like, bro, what are you talking about?
Man vs. Machine. That's the one where he talks about where he's locked down.
Where the release day. That's how the shit's like. I hope I never see none of you motherfuckers again. That shit was hard. That I remember thinking.
And he had Symphony on there. Symphony with Dr. Dre.
Yeah, he had that. He had the one with Nate Dogg that I think it was a Dre beat.
Is that the same one that has somewhere in the heart of man? That's
that
on
one?
there. Yeah, it's on there.
Is that one?
Somewhere in the Heart of Men.
Yeah, he had that. I remember that. I don't want to love you, like that strip club
that's
song,
all
whatever.
on there. On that one.
That was that one.
You big Exhibit fan, Blue?
Oh, his first album.
Restless.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, like all that shit I like. Like I liked that. Like I thought it was dope, and I like when Exhibit was like merging, because I feel like I do a little bit of that in terms of kind of merging like you know the gangster shit with the music, but in a way that like it's a little more kind of like lyrically driven. You know what I'm saying? It's like, nah, I'm gonna be real clever with the way I put my words together. Like, and I feel like Exhibit really excelled. Like, you know what I'm saying, in that way. You know what I mean? I think Luda was just slept on, I felt like, just because he was like from Atlanta.
Yeah.
You
The
know?
calls are now turned off and about to close it out. What's up, Droops? You got any last words, dog?
Nah, just appreciate you for pulling up, my boy.
Man, you know I got you, dog. The way I got to like meet Droops and holler at him face to face was because we were at that one spot, Nightmare Before Christmas, right?
Yeah.
So it was a rap show, and I walked up and I'm like, oh, that's that fool Droops. And I was like, didn't they just shoot this fool? Like, he was standing outside. Hey, fool, come here, dog. Like, and I was there like as a guest of the promoter of the show. Shout out Underground Hip Hop Blog, and they show a lot of love. And so I was there just to chill, just for the night. And I told him like, hey, bro, can we get this fool like
Got me in early.
out from here, bro?
That's cool.
You know what I'm saying? I told him we got a minor hood celebrity here. That's, you know what I'm saying? Can we get him inside? I don't think he should be standing outside. And then he was like, yeah, I got you. And then they made us fucking walk back and forth. The whole time I felt like an asshole because I thought like I was doing some cool shit, right? And then so we're like in front. Let's walk to the back. Oh, no, hold on. The bracelets are the front, so we can let them in, but then they might not have their credential. So then they walk us back to the front.
Yeah, they made
For
it
a
crazy.
fucking brace, right?
Yeah.
For a fucking brace, we went back and like shout out my boys from Underground Hip Hop Blog. They were super cool about it. It was the venue. Anytime you're dealing with like a promotion and the venue, you know what I'm saying?
Man, shout out them because Underground Hip Hop, I got their number. I owe them one, man. They've been trying to get me to go for a few years to go drop we'll do like a mic drop, so I'm gonna do it.
Oh, yeah, you should do that.
I was saying right here, I'm gonna do it.
You should do that.
I've been going through a lot of shit. A lot of people don't know what I go through, and but I did explain to them. You know, I got a lot of issues, but I want to get there though because they always been straight up.
I just think that I think it's very brave that you've dealt with the anal warts the way you have, homie.
But it's better than your herpes.
Look, it's the gift that keeps giving, right?
It's the gift that keeps giving.
gift that keeps giving.
Hey, talk back. I talk back
hey,
too.
No, look, bro. I think that the way you've gotten through that,
bro,
homie.
Listen, it's okay that you got SIDA. It's not a big deal.
You don't know what's SIDA. That'd be all bad. Fuck. That would be all bad, dog. That's terrible. That'd be fucking terrible. He doesn't have anal warts, and I don't have that shit. All right.
Yeah, you hope you don't.
No, I actually don't. I don't.
That's a good one.
You get yourself tested regularly, y'all.
You know they give you a big
that.
old shot, bro, when you have a STD. A giant needle like that big, they hit you right in the leg, bro.
I'm good. I mean, I believe that.
Yeah,
I
it's a
believe
big
that.
one.
It's something I've avoided to this point. Gracias a Dios. And I've been out the game for a minute.
That's cool, man. You're married, man. You're
you know what
married.
I'm saying? I'm out these streets. I've
You're
been
married.
It's like, it's funny. I'm to the point where like my phone could go off and fucking. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what that is. When I hear about that, I'm like, what you mean she caught you with your phone?
Yeah.
What do you? Well, she because she see my phone. I'm like. And you just got high and just blowing your phone up? Word? You brave, homie. I don't fuck with it. I'm good.
Hey, man, well, I appreciate you for coming. We appreciate you for taking some time out of your day,
absolutely.
man. And nothing but love and success on your your future stuff. I'm gonna listen to the album. I haven't got to yet.
Appreciate
I'm
you,
backed
man.
up about 35 forklift drivers, so I'm trying to get caught up.
Hey, look,
There's probably
I
more.
get it.
There's probably, but you the homie though. The other ones is a little different.
I'm gonna say this. I got endorsements on my Class A, homie.
There's still some fucking people that didn't want to come on our show because they think they're too good. People get in their ear and they still want me to listen to their fucking album. You think I'm gonna go listen to their album now? Nope.
I think that's unreasonable.
It is unreasonable.
I completely
think
agree.
that's some chicken shit, bro.
If you look, okay, if I never came here, right, and you guys were never to speak about me, and then let's say you guys did like a best rappers that we think, whatever, right, but I've never been on your show, nothing, and then you put a list out, and then somebody goes, "Oh, Hazard, fucking." Hater World, 200 boys, they put a list out of rappers, you're nowhere on it. And I would be like, can I see the list? Like, what are we talking about? Who did what? Okay, cool. I've never been on your shit. It's up until this point, right? So, like, yesterday, you could have done top 75, top 113 rappers. And if I wasn't on the list, it's no diss. If I got no relationship and we've never talked or whatever the case is, how am I, like, all of a sudden... Like, and yeah, you like a lot of fools, they just be feeling entitled, bro. Like, and I get it. I was young and I thought the whole fucking world owed me something, right? But like at a certain point, bro, like, yeah, you gotta like take that shit in motion. This is part of the game. So like, the way this shit happened, bro, was they were like, you should do a 200 Boys podcast. Why haven't you done it? Do you fuck with 200 Boys? I had that maybe like 10 times in my YouTube notifications. So I went and like I was like, 200 Boys, I don't know what that is. And then I looked and I was like, oh, yeah, I've seen you guys' shit, absolutely. And then I see he's on the fucking show, and I'm like, this is what you're doing? Dope. Hey, bro, let's run one.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So for me, and that's literally what it was. It was just people going, for me, dog, like I personally, when like rappers are on podcasts, I don't listen too much unless it's a rapper that maybe like never does any interviews. I don't know if fucking, Jay-Z or Eminem sat down to do an interview. Somebody that, if Andre 3000 was gonna sit down but only talk about his rap shit, I don't want to hear about nothing on the fucking flute. Give me the breakdowns of your all-time verses. Like I would want to watch that. Other than that, I don't watch too many rappers on podcasts.
He's coming soon.
But look, other than that, I don't watch too many rappers on podcasts because the way I look at it is like, yeah, bro, you 3.5 hours, you're gonna say something. You know what I'm saying? And then they're gonna make a big drama about it, and then they clip it, and then, this fool said this is about so and so, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, bro, I'm good. So I don't try to watch too many like homies on podcasts just for that reason. Like I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Like but like I'll kind of be aware of like whatever's going on. You see memes and shit, and you're like, that's funny. You know what I'm saying? You start laughing. Sometimes I'd really be out the loop. I don't know the fucking context, and I'll be like, I gotta go back. I'm like, what am I doing? Like I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like
what they're mad about?
Yeah, I'm 3 posts back now on a page that I don't know this person. Oh dog, it's all bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for me, I kind of stay out the way like that. I'm just like, hey, like I got a record on my album called Man Down. Right? Man Down on the YouTube.
On the Sox one?
Yeah. It's called Man Down on the YouTube Yada. I'll be out the way with it, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
sitting on a bench, you know what I'm saying, drinking Kool-Aid. Just chilling.
That's right. Well, salute to you, my boy.
Salute, man. With that being said, man, we out of here. Hater World out.
Appreciate y'all, for real.
You gotta be grateful. You need haters. What is you complaining about? What do you think a hater's job is? To hate. So let them do their goddamn job. What the is you complaining about?
F16 killer track with the mix.
Yeah, they can hate on me. Got a reason why I always keep the flame on me. And I'ma do it till I'm done, ain't no breaks on me. Break me down, hell no, that's what you ain't gon' see. Blue devil on my shoulder, he just spitting the facts. So be careful how you moving, ain't no running it back. Southside, hate the world where the real ones at. Them 200 boys reppin', logging in from the track. Better log in, homie. Better log in, homie. Log in, homie. Better log in.
gotta be great.